Who's running the ball for the Chargers? Oh,
Mr. CJ Anderson, we are live watching the Bronco game.
got the Broncos and the Chargers both fighting for a playoff spot. My good old Broncos, see what they can do. Shout out to myself and Rob. We rocking our loser beanies today because we just feel like losers during the week. Miami's a loser. I lost Super Bowl 53.
We didn't make the playoffs.
Right, but we're seeing what's going on.
Hey, I got some friends when I said, "Hey, I'm watching the game with CJ tonight." They go, "Hey, ask CJ how the Broncos can fix their running game."
It's a lot, man. I mean, one, you got to find one consistent runner who's going to be consistent in picking the spots and hitting it downhill as far as hard and quick as possible. Two, you got to commit to it, which I think a lot of RPO game goes into what Sean Payton does. Like, if you look at what Greg Roman and Harbaugh do, they commit to the run. Right? It's 3rd and 3. They just ran toss crack. They didn't get nowhere, so they're punting, but they commit to the run. Right, and then obviously on the other end too, your O-line got to be physical. You know, we don't know how physical the O-line is when it comes to the run game for the Broncos. It's not as physical as they want to be up front when it comes to the run game. So it's tough, but there is a great defensive play right there for the Broncos, and now they're getting a chance to get on offense and punt the ball.
This is one of the few times the Broncos have actually started on defense because when Sean wins the flip, he wants the ball. He wants some points quick. Super Agent Peter Schaefer joining us. I got the early stats for you in here, Peter. The Broncos are down in time of possession right now with down 90 seconds to 0.
So my TV, I've got 2 TVs here because this is gonna be the greatest night in Denver sports history. CJ, you know, we got the Broncos at 6:15, Nuggets at 8, Avalanche at 8:30.
Oh, it's cracking. All at home? Well, I mean, the Broncos on the road.
Everybody's on the road.
Oh, everybody's on the road? Oh, well, then, hey, it's a good night. It's a good night for Denver.
That means
it's an early Christmas gift to Denver.
Yeah, but you need to have multiple TVs, so we have them. But I'm just telling you, this is a great night. So I'm watching on one TV the Amazon broadcast, and the other TV the Channel 7, and the Amazon broadcast seems to be
good run
about
right there.
15 seconds faster than anybody. There was a run by the Broncos right now.
Yeah, good run by the rookie right there. They got the rookie starting off the game. Look at that.
What do you think they estimate?
That's one of the ways to switch it up. Physical back, big, strong, physical back, downhill runner, good for the 21, 22 personnel, what you just saw right there. So, like, good on that sense. And, nice run. Now coming out in 11 personnel, switching it up with good old Javonte in the backfield and still running the football.
The Notre Dame kid had like a 4.8 40.
Did he? Was that slow? Holy crap.
Is there a point on the clock when it gets to that like 4.8 to 5?
I don't know.
Like
I've never been that high. I've never been that high. So.
Have you cracked a 4 on it? Like has there been?
Sheesh. 4.8 is slow.
So the Broncos have run the ball twice, got a first down. Why wouldn't you just keep running it?
Well, I mean, you established the run. I mean, even right there, like, you want to fix the run game. Like, Javonte just ran into the back of his old lineman. Like, he didn't even hit the hole clean. Like, those are the little things that make the run game a little better. Right? Now you pitch it to your speedster receiver, which obviously that didn't go nowhere too much. But obviously, they're like Sean Payton has definitely made. And I think Thursday night does that. I think short weeks does that. You try to shorten the game plan as much as you can, run the ball. So he's trying to, establish the run. There's his look. You see on the back of his call sheet, run it. You see it right there, and all with 3 exclamation points, run it. And so he's reminding himself to make sure that he calls the run.
That's a great pickup right there. That's awesome. Great pickup to see that.
He's reminding himself to run the football.
Yeah.
You should hear the commentary. Broncos fans.
So who do you guys? Broncos are actually.
my statistician is saying the commentators are saying there are more Bronco fans at the game than Charger fans.
Oh, that's no surprising. It's always a home game when we play the Chargers, whether they were in Qualcomm back in San Diego or they were in StubHub when they first moved to LA when I played them, and now with their own stadium in SoFi, it's always a home game.
I've got a little LA story. I remember when Jerome Bettis was playing for the Rams, and I went to like a 1:00 game at the old in Anaheim, right at the old stadium, and here's a huge run.
Yeah,
and I'm just telling you, the Blase.
Did you see how he hit the hole? Like, Pete, did he hit the hole with any like assertiveness? Didn't he hit the hole like he was surprised it was a hole? Like he didn't hit the hole with no like burst, no like let's go score. Like, look how he hit the hole. Hit the hole so soft. 2 hands on the ball. Like, hit the hole.
Yeah, it looked like he thought he was going to get hit. But my point is, though, at the game at the Anaheim Coliseum, the Rams game, the fans were so laissez-faire.
The math is good.
Which one?
The running back.
Yeah, I mean, people were in the stands. Had the Sunday LA Times. They were reading it during the game. It just was not. You didn't exactly get the feel that you were at a game.
Absolutely, that's what you get in LA. When I played for the Rams, Pete, it was the same way. Like we played, like it was more Cowboys fans in our playoff game. It was more Niners fans at the last game of the year. But like the game felt like, especially the Cowboy game, it just felt Hollywood. Like it didn't even feel like a football game. It just felt like we was out there playing. It's a couple fans, but it was more, who was at the game than us playing on the field.
So CJ, on that naked boot right there, quarterback knows that if the guy comes in like Derwin James just came in unencumbered, that you got to, the tight end's gonna be wide open because that he either had to cover him or he rushes him, and if he rushes, that guy's got to get open, right? That's the immediate hot.
That's
read,
immediate.
Right?
That's the immediate read right there. Once you see it, right? That's the immediate read right there. Once you see it to make it happen, and you see that running down. That's making you laugh.
Hey, we got Catalyst Church saying, "Hey, fix the run game. Bring CJ back."
Now CJ retired, man. I'm trying to be like Mike Vick. Grab a head coaching job with coaching experience. I'm trying to be like Mike Vick. I'm trying to grab a head coaching job with coaching experience.
I'm hoping the best from Mr. Vick. Here's another huge run.
Good run right there. And this is what we talked about. You want to establish the run it.
And that's
you gotta run the ball.
Watson. That was Watson.
Yeah, right. That's the Memphis kid. So Rob, look at your stat sheet. How many runs and how many? At least 4 running backs so far.
I'm gonna pull it.
Yeah, but like if you want to look at this. Look at this. This is establishing the run right here. Like balls, good seal. Like guard climbs up. Like you want to establish the run the football. Call the run.
40 yards so far. 21 by Javante, 9 by Estime.
How many runs in total? 9? 8 this drive? 6
to 2. 6 to 2.
Right. Like that's what you want. You want to run the ball, run the football. False start. Can't do that.
Come on.
Can't do that.
That's your $20 million tackle.
Hey.
Hey, here's a question for you, CJ.
That was a run too, by the way. They were going to run the ball again.
Hey,
man, I got to take this.
Okay.
Go.
Hey, Peter, you may know this. When a player gets fined, and not like from the league, but say from his player's room, like when, say, an offensive lineman talks to the media when they're not supposed to, and they got a
that's a room fine, not a team fine, not a league fine, right?
So like you can't appeal that to the position coach.
Well, every team has their own kangaroo court, which has their own kangaroo court system.
Like him.
They all have it, and I would assume that if the offensive line, at least when Tom Nalen and Ben Hamilton were running that room, the offensive line was such that if you couldn't talk to the media and then you appealed it, they would fine you for appealing it. I can assure you that's probably what happened.
And so then my question, and this is probably different room to room, where did that money go?
Usually goes to the room fines. That's movement on McGlinchey. I wonder if they called it. Usually go to the end of the season party or the Vegas trip or whatever.
Okay.
So usually every position group's going to have some type of either a Morton's dinner, Ruth Chris dinner. Ooh, that could be a concussion. He's out. Look. No,
Yeah, he got a flag on that.
That's
Yeah.
head-to-head.
that was definitely head to head. So that money that would go to a lot of team, a lot
That's
of
his first
what
touchdown of the year.
did you bet against that?
That's his first of the year, first of his career.
I thought the money line was he had to get 2 touchdowns.
It's the most bet thing on FanDuel.
Most bet thing on FanDuel is Esteban getting 2 touchdowns, and he just got 1.
Wow, first drive of the game for the Broncos too.
An impressive first drive of the game. So the point is, so they'll have these great, like if all the money gets fined, but some of the funny things are the types of things you get fined for: passing gas in meetings, burping, getting the wrong sunflower seeds, all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one when one of your agents or one of your players called you up and like, Peter, you won't believe what happened, and they're kind of pissed and you're just trying not to laugh, kind of like when your kid does something silly.
No, at that point, you sit there and say, you got to pay it. That's just part of the culture. That's part of buying into the team.
Yeah.
And then you sit there and say, look, hopefully, if you're a young guy and you're paying the fine, you sit there and say, hopefully, you have a long enough career that the shoe's on the other foot and you become the kangaroo court. is what you do.
Do you find your lacrosse players at all if they do something like, hey, or just make them run?
The players were coaching.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, we're just all push-ups at that point. Or the words that most athletes fear on the end line.
Yeah. One of our favorite things to do in basketball practice at the end of it, we do pressure free throws. I'm sure there's something similar in lacrosse, but we put everybody on the baseline and a player will shoot 2 free throws. And if he makes them, the team doesn't have to run. If he misses, everybody's running.
Oh yeah, no, we do that. All the teams do that. The Broncos will do that, or the NFL teams will do that with dropping the ball. Field goal kickers got to, can you kick it from 45 from the right hash? The whole shoot match. I'll tell you this right now, though, if the Broncos have a drive as methodical as that, and then the defense is going 3 and out, we're all going to be watching the Nuggets at 8.
Right. No, here's the first drive stats. Bo Nix, 3 for 3, 31 yards. As a team, we ran the ball 7 times, so 10-play drive, 43 that's on the ground with an average of 6.1. Estimated with the touchdown. The longest run was 15 yards by Javante. So they're the receiving one to Blake Watson and then Nate Atkins. So he's not even throwing it to his wide receivers yet. So Michael Burton as well. So they're keeping everything short.
Well, right, but why do you have to go deep if you're moving the ball? So what happens now is that obviously the Chargers defense is coming off the field. They're gassed, whatever 9-10 play drive, they're huddling up. They're trying to make adjustments. And the great coaches are the ones that can make adjustments. Now, Sean Payton's going to have to sit there and say, okay, well, are they adjusting or do we keep going till they figure they can stop us? Right now, they have not been able to figure out how to stop them. And if you can run the ball, this is going to be perfect. How many minutes? What's the time of possession on that?
Time of possession. Tab over here. Give me a second here. Right now, we're 5:56 to $1.30. So, and they started with the ball.
Right. So this is a very important drive here for the Chargers, especially at the home game for the Broncos. And
Have you been to SoFi Stadium?
Yes.
This would be a game next year I'd want to go to is in LA.
You mean the Broncos Chargers?
Yeah.
It's a state-of-the-art experience. The only thing that really sucks about it, getting to it. I mean, it's just, unless you take mass transportation, it's just it's a headache. It's an all-day deal. So
Okay.
I assume that the Thursday night games, and people don't realize this, but a Thursday night game, if it starts at 6:15 here in Denver, 6:10, that's 5:10.
Yeah.
Means you got
You're
to
in the
take
heart
a
of
day.
rush hour.
Well, no, you're taking a day off of work.
That's fair.
All right, so here it is. So Broncos are just in a regular base defense right here. Chargers in 11 personnel.
Big ass fullback they got.
Little dump off.
Oh my god.
See, that's the problem with 55. He had to hit that guy. Looked like,
That's a big dude to hit.
yeah, well, that's what linebackers are supposed to do, hit big dudes. Not a handsome guy. But look, here's a chance. Linebacker has him in his sights.
Gets juked by 44.
Yeah. No.
Fullback.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be like me.
290 pound.
That'd be like me getting by you on a lacrosse field. You're like, what just happened?
Well, that wouldn't happen.
That's
But I'm just saying, you can't. As a linebacker, you got to man him up. You can't let that happen. See, now all of a sudden, Chargers are getting a little momentum. They're moving the ball, and this is not what's in the good news for the Broncos. That's for sure.
and they had a 3-and-out. They're still in their first 15, figuring things out. Vance Joseph will make his adjustments here. Remember how bad I felt like we were going to get hammered by the Colts until the Jonathan Taylor fumble. I just thought they had it all figured out.
They were hammering him. It was funny. I was talking to one of the Broncos bigwigs, and he asked me, "So who do you think got the game balls on, or should have gotten the game balls for
Jonathan
that?"
Taylor.
Right? They're like, "Oh, Surtain." I'm like, "No, Mims and Jonathan Taylor."
Right?
Yeah, those were the
Chargers
two
are
most.
figuring out how to run the ball in the Broncos.
So right now, to see, this is where great coaching comes in. Obviously, Harbaugh's like, all right, we just got our butts kicked in the first drive, second drive, and he's staying with the game plan, running the ball. And there again, 55's got to come in there and hit somebody. Watch this. Watch 44 take out. Boom.
Stenard there.
Yeah. And this is either going to be play action or run again. Here comes 44 in motion. There you go.
I hate Gus Edwards. He's a terrible.
We have a James Hamilton in the green room waiting, Peter.
Yes, that's Ben Hamilton. Put him in.
We're waiting for him. He's getting. Is he getting out of the video or is he just on audio today?
I don't know. That's Bronco lineman. You could ask him about the fines.
Mr. James Hamilton.
Benjamin.
Oh, he's muted. We're getting him connected. Yeah, I bet he's working on his camera. I'll take you off there so you can get it figured out.
Well, so that's going to be Ben Hamilton, former Bronco offensive lineman, who could talk to you about the meeting fines.
Okay, I after what Nick Bonita did after the pick six, or technically the fumble recovery 6.
What did he do?
He grabbed his junk when he jumped into
yeah.
the end zone and turned around. And I was like, I texted you guys. I go, is he gonna get fined for that?
I don't. The fines come out tomorrow.
Even for last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So here's the first big play of the game. 3rd and 2. Oh, looks like Benito might have jumped. Oh. Flag for right. So this is the last thing the Broncos wanted. A mere drive marching right down the field on them. Has Benjamin figured it out yet?
It does not. He just dropped out of the green room, so.
I told him to hop on. That would be Ben Hamilton. All right, here's a big. Let's see if they can hold him to a field goal here. 1st and goal. Herbert keeps putting the guy in motion. He won't go.
It takes a while for him to get there. We had another question coming here. Can you explain why the Benito play against the Colts was technically a fumble recovery and not a pick six? It's because it was a lateral throw. He didn't throw it.
The ball went backwards, correct.
Yeah.
Even though it was a throw, because it was behind the line, it was behind the quarterback, they called it a lateral. So what happens on that is that they have the NFL has their statisticians, and they have these big film studies on Wednesday, and they review all statistically controversial plays to make sure the stats are right. So even though they're posted touchdown, even though they're posted during the game, they do review them.
They're not official.
Right, and so maybe a guy gets a sack. Maybe who does he get a half a sack? Does he get a full sack? Ben's saying choppy service. Don't you have internet?
Where's he out of right now?
He's in Parker. I just said, don't you have internet in the big house?
Look who didn't tackle the back.
Yep. Well, who didn't tackle him?
50.
I mean, that's a hardball drive right there.
Right, and that's what they needed. Right. That's exactly what they needed.
Hey, the other question when talking to friends around the league or fans of the league, you guys are in the league. I talk to the fans of the league. Is what's the Brock Purdy situation like? The rumor is a $50 to $60 million deal coming from San Francisco is what they're asking for. I mean, you always ask for the big number, but what's the reality out there? Are they gonna because then now with the whole Kirk Cousins situation, the fandom are going, hey, maybe they can get Kirk Cousins from Atlanta for a song.
Well, they'll get him for a song, but it's going to be interesting. You'll truly find out what they think of Brock Purdy. I know they really like him. I know they were one of the deals this year was that they didn't want to spend a lot of money because they had to save cap room and cash for Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's come back down to earth a little lately, and so the question is, do you pay him 50, 60? And I know if Scott was on the phone, he would say absolutely not. From his scouting perspective, he's just not. I think that as great a coach as Kyle Shanahan is, he you look what he did with Sam Darnold. He can make great players out of good players, and so if that's the case, or at least great quarterbacks out of good quarterbacks, just get good quarterbacks and keep running.
Yeah, I mean, it's that whole thing is like what how easily are you replaced? I mean, $50-60 million, you better be almost irreplaceable, right?
Well, not only irreplaceable, you got to be a impact player. You got to be someone that, wow, top 10 in their position.
Would you put him right now, like right now, top 10 off the top of my head? I'd put Herbert, Lamar. I usually go,
The Mahomes guy's pretty good, right, Kev?
that guy in Kansas City's pretty good.
Yeah.
Would you put Justin Herbert above Brock Purdy?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What about
So other players, other quarterbacks right now. So you got the big three. You got Josh Allen. You got Mahomes. I like Herbert, right?
Yeah.
Wow. You sit there and you usually say there's 10 or 12 just great quarterbacks, and there's a lot that have great stats, but like Kirk Cousins was putting up great stats until he came back down to earth, and then you're like, wow.
Yep. Or would you put him against Sam Darnold?
I would.
Sam Darnold's better.
This year Sam Darnold's better, but I think they're very similar quarterbacks.
Okay.
I think the guys that you'd have to sit there and say, what about Jared Goff?
All right, I'm back. My bad.
What about Jared Goff?
Are you head coach yet?
Nah, we got some stuff moving though. Just know what that's what that call was about. We're trying to make some moves.
I was like, we're gonna have breaking news here. CJ is gonna be coach CJ before the end of the show.
Pete would know before everybody. Pete would get a text. Well, I probably put the text in the group chat, but Pete would get a text because me and Pete will have to talk about it.
I would say this, Rob. In terms of we're talking about the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. CJ, I think Burrows is in the top 5.
Oh, absolutely. If Joey being in there, then we don't know what we're talking about.
Well, the big question is, where does Brock Purdy land on the list of best quarterbacks in the league?
High 5. High 5. If that's what we asking.
Are you saying top 5?
No, I said not 5. Yeah, NOT, not 5.
Yeah, definitely not top 5.
You can't see like that type of tackle that just happened. He hurting, by the way. He just hurt himself running into them quads. Look, he ready to come out. They better put the thing on him. But anyway, that type of tackle with no wrap, no nothing, can't bring Javonte down. Like, you're a break tackle specialist. Like me, I don't go down off that tackle. You just ran into my thigh and hurt yourself as I continue to keep running. But when you look at the top 5 QBs, obviously you got 8, 17, 9.
You got Stafford. You got Goff.
Yeah, Goff 16. Yeah, you got the other 9. Stafford.
I would take Jordan Love over.
I like Jordan Love. I like 10. Yeah, I like Jordan Love. I like Justin Herbert. I mean, did you see the ball Justin Herbert just threw not too long? Like,
Oh,
he
he's
just
a
ripped
top
that.
5. He's top 5.
Justin Herbert can play now.
What about Dak Prescott?
Obviously, Patrick Mahomes.
No, I think
what about Dak Prescott? Would he be
I think
above
he and
Brock
Dak
Purdy?
Prescott are very similar. Game managers, not all.
I think Purdy is the right-handed Tua. Not a great arm strength, can put the ball in the right spots, in the good system, things can work. I think that's what Purdy is with Tua. Tua not top 5 paid quarterback, right, Pete? I'm pretty sure Tua.
Yes, he is.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Tua
was tripping.
His average is 53.
Yeah, no, Tua's
I didn't
up
know
there.
Tua was getting paid that much.
I don't understand.
Then Purdy got an argument.
What about Trevor Lawrence? Where would you put him against Trevor Lawrence?
Trevor Lawrence is a much better athlete. He's got a much better arm. He's got great touch, and he hasn't been able to put it together this year. But
yeah, Trevor Lawrence, like, skill set is what Pete's talking about, is definitely better than Brock Purdy's, but like production is not better than Brock Purdy's. So
nope. And you wonder how.
Because it looks like from what you guys are saying, he's right at like around number 10 in the league. Like
wait
right
till you
around
see this
there.
cut by Devon. Wait till you see his cut by Estime.
That was a good cut right there. It was a good cut.
But you see, he doesn't have the burst though.
No burst though. I mean, that could be. See, like, all right, you run a 4.8, but what is your split? Like, I ran 4.5, and my split was like 1.3, 1.4. So I was quick as hell. Obviously, you go look at that combine that year, 2013 combine. I was the fastest in the 3-cone shuttle because, I mean, I was the quickest. So I was the quickest running back coming out. Like, I was number 1. I was super quick, so you could see that burst and that acceleration. He doesn't have that burst. It'd be interesting to see what his 10-yard split was in that 4.8 40.
We're looking it up right now. Here's another run, first down. I think Sean's trying to. This is a fast-moving first quarter.
Yeah, because both teams are. Well, Greg Roman's going to run it.
What was the 40? 158-10.
4.7.
With a 4.7 plus 40.
So far we've run
usually,
it.
Usually the 1.5.
No, not a 158. A 158 is a 4.7.
You think so? Usually 158 is like 4.6.
Well, I mean, I think he's a little quicker than fast for sure, but he.
Nah, that's not 1.5 is average.
I just don't like this. First and 10, you've been running the ball, and you go back to pass. I just
ain't trying to throw the check down. If you're gonna pass, at least put play action behind it.
Yeah,
ain't even play action.
I don't get that.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough matchup for 6'9" right there on the Mac man, who's been doing it for a long time. Strongest player I ever played against. Just the strongest player I ever played against.
Hey, we gotta get Ben Hamilton back. So hey, CJ, you had to take off when I was asking Peter about position room fines.
What about him?
Hey, do you have would Peter call to appeal those for you? Like, hey,
hell nah, them position room fines is for the position room. Ain't no arguing out of them.
That's what I said. I said you get fined. You would get fined for appealing.
For appealing, yes.
Yeah.
And the O-line position room fines are like super weird because they don't get a lot of glory. So like if an O-line talks to the media, that's a position room fine. And yeah, they got. I remember they had some crazy stuff.
Passing gas.
Yeah, in the meeting rooms. Absolutely.
Getting caught with coming in from a girl's house. You name it. Wearing the same clothes you wore
the same clothes the night before.
From the day before, because you didn't go home.
All right.
Yeah.
Like, no socks, because O-linemen don't like wearing socks. Like all type of crazy stuff.
But what's the craziest thing you got position room fined for, CJ? That you're allowed to say?
I'm trying to think.
Just us, though.
Trying to think.
Like if you said, "Hey, Die Hard's a Christmas movie," would you get fined for that?
Nah, not that one.
LeBron you in the name?
I've been fined for not playing Secret Santa because I could care less at that time. I've been fined for movie references. We were big on movie references, so we all come from different backgrounds. So like when Andy Genovix make a movie reference, I definitely don't know what movie he's talking about if it's in the realm of his culture.
But you wouldn't know Peyton Manning's movie references because they were all the audibles.
Yeah, most of them. I mean, but sometimes Peyton will go so far back, bro. It'd be like, P, I wasn't born when that movie came out. so Peyton got 20 years.
So if he's going Charlton Heston, you have no idea who he's talking about.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I know this. I think it was Amos Zaraway. Remember that name, CJ?
I do.
Obviously famous Amos.
Famous Amos, yeah.
So he was a rookie, I think, on the Steelers when Jerome was there and Fast Willie Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I had both of them, and the rookie requirement was on Saturdays for the away games, he had to go to McDonald's and get whatever
the position room want. I've made those runs. Chick-fil-A, Wendy's.
Right, every Saturday. Yeah. And he wouldn't do it. And he fought him on it. He's I'm not doing it.
You can't do that.
That's right.
You're not supposed to.
No. So he did it the first week. When they told him it was going to be a weekly thing, he's like, no. And Jerome and Willie were not having it.
Yeah.
They're like, no. We did this when we were your age.
We're your age, yeah. Me and Monte switched off and on. That was a good thing about us. It was me and Monte. The only thing you don't like is when the other position groups want to jump in. You're like, bro, I'm already doing this for 4 or 5 running backs. Now you want me to do this for half the receiver room too? Like,
well, no, see, but they look at you running backs. Oh, there's only 3 of you. Linemen have to get 11.
What?
Would they be like, hey, you just can DoorDash it now? It's not a big deal, or do they make you go out and get it?
Nah, you got to go get it. You got to go get it because the stress is, to be honest, the stress is not getting the food. The stress is you got to get the food, get back, shower. Put your suit on. I don't do suits these days, but put your suit on and get to the bus to get to the plane on time so you don't get fined. Like coaches didn't care. Like coaches will say, well, you better have food ready to order. I've been fine being late to the bus. And I'm explaining, I'm trying to get food for everybody. And they're like, well, you better put the order in before practice or whatever. Because, Saturday is a walkthrough, so it's quick. But the turnaround,
nice pass.
Good ball, Bo. But the turnaround is so quick. Like, we only get an hour after practice to shower and get ready to get on the plane or get on the bus to get to the plane. So, if you ordering, food, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, wherever, it's going to take, you ordering for 15, 16 people, it's going to take 20, 25 minutes to get all that done. And you're driving, so that's another you get what I'm trying to say? So, you can't get dressed first and go. You got to go, then come get dressed.
And you got to make the call. Do you go drive through or do you go in?
Yeah, you go in, yeah.
Nice running, guys.
I had a player once. He was calling me from his cell phone on a Saturday morning. He pulls into McDonald's. You hear him ordering. He's talking to me. We're talking about something serious. He paid for it. He drove, because they have the 2 windows. He went to the order window, pay window, ordered. He drove through, starts driving to Philly. I'm like, dude, I think you forgot the food. Yeah. And sure enough, you had to race back.
You don't want to not get the food because it's going to get even worse. Like when you land, now you're taking half the offense to the 5-star restaurant, and now instead of your bill becoming good. Man, that was a good play call. First down, though. Should be first down. But now, the bill that you would have spent $50-$60 on fast food, now you're finna spend like $3-4 grand on wine and drinks and all type of stuff at the 5-star restaurant.
Peter, can you imagine if us normal people in the normal world, like if you had a sales guy, and you're like, hey, if you don't hit your numbers, you're fined, and you got to take everybody out to make Chick-fil-A, which I think would actually motivate people to hit their numbers.
What's your point?
Peter's got his his people like, hey, if you don't close so many deals,
hell yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Play action. Touchdown.
Look at that. Two drives. Call. Bing, bang, bing, bang, boom.
Big play call right there. Here we go. Look at the Broncos playing good football. Sean Payton, they're doing a good job mixing and running pass. Is that Gav right there? Is that our guy? What's up, G? You ain't got to
up,
hide,
G?
baby.
What's up?
We see you, man. Look at
How's
you.
it going?
It's good, man. We know we sitting here doing our thing. What about you? Ready for lacrosse season, huh?
Yeah, I'm getting ready. I got a winter class that I'm doing right now.
You guys are on semester or quarter system?
Semester.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up with your dad, man. We're gonna see you come play some lacrosse. I see you
Yeah,
do
you
your thing
should.
at the college level. Yeah, man, I'm out there. In the spring too, I ain't gotta wear a jacket too much.
Yeah. Out in Maryland, it's
I know.
like 75.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's better than Colorado. I know it's cold in Colorado. It's cold where y'all at, right?
Hey, Gavin, tell Rob what the best part about visiting teams at the hotel the night before the game is.
The free food.
The ice cream bar.
Yeah.
When Gavin was young, we used to take him, and they would never let the agents upstairs, but the players would take Gavin up, and he would just, and one of his buddies or whatever, and the ice cream sundae buffet.
Unlimited chicken tenders,
Yeah, bro.
hamburgers, steak,
hamburgers, whatever you want.
everything.
I miss those days. Them the days I miss. I don't miss playing. Miss that part.
Yeah, I gotta take.
Man, hey, Gavin, I picked the wrong profession. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know.
I still don't like my guidance counselor for that.
What do you think? The profession you want to be a son of an agent?
No, I was gonna. You know,
you wouldn't wanna do that
we didn't. Hey, CJ, I don't know if I ever told you this. We didn't even have a football team at my high school.
Really?
Yeah,
I wonder
they
why you
started
didn't
it the
play
year
no
after I
football.
graduated.
I wonder why you like hoops so much.
I
I did not have the greatest game ever created at your high school.
It was a small Christian school. They were lucky to get enough people to play. Like then they started the JV team the year after I graduated.
The Lord loves football. God loves football.
It's somewhere between Genesis and Revelation in there.
Well, I don't know if he likes Jameis Winston football.
Nah, he just got benched.
You guys were all jumping into the whole.
Hey, Famous had it going. Hey, when you got it going, you got it going. Think about this. You talking about Jameis. Think about Kirk Cousins. Remember, Kirk Cousins was the first guy to throw for 500 yards this year. First guy threw 5 touchdowns in one game this year. Things is looking good, and then he goes 5 games with 1 pick, 1 touchdown, 9 picks. Like, life happens fast.
Well, definitely life happens, but also I think people adjust and people figure guys out, and you get film. That's the interesting thing about like with the Giants right now, right? Where are they going to be this weekend because they're playing Michael Penix? There's no film, right?
Yeah. The numbers changed, and you don't know what the numbers are.
I will say this: as bad as the Giants are, if Malik Neighbors can go get 1,000 yards receiving, that's a successful year for the Giants.
Are they gonna put a banner up for that?
You don't put a banner up, but it just shows that you got a player who can, no matter who he's playing with, if you get the pieces around him, he can be a really special player. That's what it shows.
He's definitely legit. He's that receiver. He's the receiver you want.
Oh, he can play now. I love his game.
Hey, CJ, what was it like playing when you were with Manning and the guys and you knew you had the playoff spot locked up? When that was kind of like where the Broncos can get after this week, where it's like, hey, if we do this, really one of the first goals of the season's taken care of, the big goals.
Well, we were kind of like the Chiefs. We kind of got that done early.
We got one of our Giants getting on too, Rob, right now.
Okay.
But also, it was all about seeding. Like we knew it was between us and New England on seeding, so we knew we had to keep playing, so we can get that. At that time, you want to be the number 1 seed because you want the playoffs to run through you. But at that time, you just want to be number 1 and number 2 because you get the first round bye if you were the top 2 seeds. Then in this day and age, you'd be fighting for that number 1 seed only because they don't give the top 2 seeds buys anymore.
What do you think of a playoff expansion to 8 teams and nobody gets a bye?
I think it's a terrible idea.
Now there has
Seven was too much, but
no, you want to be. You give people motivation to play for something those last couple of weeks.
Yeah, the bye is huge, man. The bye is huge. You don't think college football, right? Playoffs start tomorrow. It's gonna be some great.
Oh yeah,
Penn State play tomorrow.
Indiana, Notre Dame
play tomorrow. It's cold in Happy Valley. It's cold in good old South Bend as well. But But like those teams had a 2-week break. That's huge. The teams next week had a 3-week break. That's humongous. You imagine having
Is there a break
3-week
that's too long in that? Where all of a sudden, or it's like all these guys that got time to get healthy?
Kind of, sort of, but then kind of not. Like my boy Jack Injuries, right? Really good tight end. He's an NFL tight end at Cal. Might hit the portal. I'm not sure. But like they played yesterday and he got finals today and tomorrow. Like some of them are in the mix of finals right now. So that break of finals is huge for some of these kids that are, that take their degrees seriously.
Let's address the elephant in the room. Do the Chargers not have the best helmets in all sports?
Good ball. I love the powder blues. I'm glad they brought those back.
No, the powder blue and the bolts. I mean, is that not truly?
The bolts was dope. I mean, the white helmets has always been better than the navy or dark blue that they had when I played them.
What about Chargers versus Wolverines helmets?
No, not even close. The Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers beat that by a mile. Chargers give you the number. They give you the bolt. They give you that bright color. Like it's a win-win. It's truly a win-win. And it's a white helmet. White helmets are good.
The bolt on the sleeve of the uniforms. Come on now. Broncos got to get a stop here. You see VJ's going to dial up some type of blitz here.
If you're putting your DC hat on, CJ, what are you doing?
Second and what? 7, second and 8. They're already in field goal range. I would try to, knowing that Justin Herbert has the little ankle monitor thing on his outside of his shoe, taped up, heavy spat. I would do my best to try to get Justin Herbert off his spot because his athleticism goes way down with the ankle injury. So I would try to get him off his spot where he can't run as much, can't move as much. See how quickly he's trying to get that off. Good tight end screen call right there. But I would try to get him off his spot as much as I possibly can, right? The bad part is if you don't get him off his spot, he can still pick you apart with his arm, so you can't play man-to-man coverage all day. But that's what I would do right now.
So the Chargers are definitely trying to isolate on 55. They found something today. Watch. They found something. And they're gonna
55. That's your boy. That's your boy. You love him. That's your dog who made plays. Almost the last time we watched. Yeah, he had the one game going on prime time. Good play right there.
Casey Rogers.
Great play right there. I love 99. That's 99. 99 make plays. Yeah. What's up, Case?
What's going on, fellas? How we doing?
Not much, man. We good.
Hey, CJ.
Man. How you doing?
CJ, wait. Here's your one question of the day, right, CJ?
Uh-oh, I failed.
Right. Casey, look into the camera. What number does Casey Rogers wear on the Giants?
91.
I was going to say 16. So,
all right. So, Casey, two things just to start.
Yep.
You guys have the Falcons this week, right?
Yep.
So, as a current NFL player, are you watching this game right now?
Kind of. I have it up on the TV, but I got the iPad. So I'm watching some.
He's
Falcons.
still grinding. Yeah, he's still grinding. as he should be. It's Thursday, and he don't have the luxury.
But
Friday a little different, but Saturday is way different. But it's Thursday.
There's 2 ducks on TV, so I got to be watching that too. So
2 quarterback ducks.
Yep.
Y'all really count Bo Nix as a duck? Is because he won?
Absolutely.
So if he didn't win, would he not be counted as a duck?
He was there the same amount of time I was there, and I count myself as a duck. So.
Yeah, but he was already in college 4 years prior to that.
What do you think?
They don't count. They don't take him in Auburn, so you're right. They don't count him as a Tiger.
But at the end of the day, look where he's at now. He made it. He's there.
Oh, I love it. I love it for him. But yeah, they don't count him as a Tiger. So I mean,
as a duck, who do you want to see more, Tennessee or Ohio State in the Rose Bowl?
Ohio State. I'm tired of them saying, "Oh, the only reason why we won is because Lanning outsmarted the system." No, it was a good game.
It was a good game, and Lanning did put his best Bill Belichick out for sure.
But I'll tell you what, that's how he prepares every game. We would have situational awareness meetings where he would pull up film about situations that you didn't even know could exist, and he would educate us. He would know. He
That's
would
good
know
coaching.
everything there is to know about every situation. And I'll tell you what, it was funny because like we'd have these meetings, and then you just hear guys talking about how on Madden they were getting so much better because they were playing more situational football than just picking plays on the screen.
No, that's good coaching. That's what you want. I
Yep.
mean, and a
Yep.
lot of the good coaches. I don't want to go too much in on your staff. That staff might do that in New York, but a lot of good coaches in the league. That's what makes the difference. That's what made
Yeah,
Bill Belichick so
I think a
great. That's
lot
what
of
made
coaches do it. It's whether you share it with your team. Because I mean, really, like if the coaches are on top of it, that's really their job is to manage games sometimes, right? So like
yeah.
you could share it with your team if you want, but I think it just makes everyone on the field better off by knowing the different
Yeah,
situations.
that was an every Friday meeting, and almost
Yep.
every organization I played in,
Yep.
except for one, and I'm not gonna throw their organization under the bus, but their record is just as good as y'all's right now, so y'all can narrow it. But besides one, every organization I've been in, every Friday was a situational offense, defense, special team, situational
Yep.
football.
Yep.
Those are good coaches. You want them type of coaches on your
No doubt.
teaching
No
you
doubt.
and informing you on those things. So as a player, you're just a lot better.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, Casey,
No
do you
doubt.
ever have a running back when the game's near the end of the game, and instead of scoring a touchdown, slide right in front of the end zone to keep the ball?
Yep, we did. We did this year. What game? What was it? Seattle. One of the two wins. So it was either Seattle or Cleveland.
Ow.
Yeah.
It wasn't Cleveland. Probably had to be Trace in Seattle. Or not Trace,
Yeah.
Singletary in
Yeah, it
Seattle.
was Singletary in
Singletary in
Seattle.
Seattle. Yeah.
And then, but I mean, like, that's another thing that like is if you got smart football players, you talk to them about like we called it barricade. The offense would say barricade. That way they know like don't get in the end zone if you
Oh
have the
yeah.
chance. Like let's run this clock down.
Barricade. That's crazy. We said
Yeah.
no mas, right? No more. No mas.
So no
Yeah.
Moss. And then there's like it's like the opposite on defense. It would be like what did we call it at Oregon? Then the signal would be like wave the flag. So like
Yeah.
surrender.
Surrender.
Yeah.
As that was on our defense too.
Yeah.
Or like we had one that called carry him. Carry his ass
Yeah,
into
get in the end zone. Yeah,
yeah, carry his ass into the end zone. Do what you can to keep him in the end zone. Yeah.
Yep.
We've had
Yep.
that too.
Right. So the Jets got a lot of grief, as they should, just for being the Jets, on last Sunday because there was about minute 10 left in the game. The game was tied. The Jaguars were out of timeouts. The Jets have the ball on the 2-yard line. They run the ball and score.
Yeah, don't do that, bro. Just you're on the chip shot. Just take a knee and let the clock go and
You let the clock go.
Kick the field goal. But
Yeah,
so happen when you got interim head coaches who are not ready to be head coaches. Anyway,
Yep.
I don't want to sit here and talk bad about coaches. I just know what the time I put into it when my time comes. But yeah, you work those situations now. You don't work those situations when they come up. You work those situations as a coach. You always thinking about those situations. So when they come up, you're not, it ain't surprising. It ain't like, oh, what do I do here? Yeah, like you know what to do here. You practice this in your mind 1,000 times.
Yep.
All right. So speaking of situational football, defensive lineman, Casey.
Yep.
4th and 4, balls on the 50-yard line. You know that they're going hard count. And yet people invariably still will go offsides.
Yeah, no earmuffs.
Earmuff. D-Joe. We call it
D-Joe's another
don't
one.
jump offsides.
Don't jump off sides. Yep, earmuff. D-Joe.
You see that Javante run or catch and go?
About
Huge
time.
play right there.
Good
3rd and
play
10.
right there,
Huge
though.
play.
3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. That's one
Great.
thing you can't do. Can't give up. Gotta get off the field on defense, right? Like drives is killing.
A lot of times the guys who get caught on that are the ones who are blowing wind because they're tired and they can't think straight. That's when those hard counts get you. Gotta have composure.
Right, but aren't you in the huddle saying, stay in the boat, stay in the boat, stay in the boat?
Yep. D-Joe, earmuffs. We're relaying. Yeah.
Like it's being relayed. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, it's
like the guy who jumped offside definitely knew.
Oh, go, Mims.
See you. Touchdown.
Oh.
He's so direct.
Chargers.
He tried to pull his flag.
Yeah, that wasn't a horse collar tackle. That was a
That's a
T-shirt.
belt collar. That's a
Yeah, belt collar.
But
Is that
that's on the
almost-
corner. Watch the corner angle here. This is just dumb. Like, this is bad coaching. Like, bro, outside in 29. Why, bro? Why? You're not gonna make the play. Like, bro, make the play the other way. Go outside in, and that's a gain of 7 instead of gain of 30. Like, look at you, stupid. I'll be cussing him out if I was a DB coach right now.
Casey, I'm not trying to have you give out tells, but what do you look for? Like, you're like a poker player, probably playing defensive line, and you're looking for tells on the offensive line and what they're doing.
Oh my goodness, he threw it too hard. Come on, Bo.
Like, what?
I mean, I'm on Devontae too, but Bo, you could have just flicked it to him. Sorry.
What are you looking for when you're looking at film as a defensive lineman from looking across the line?
Yeah, you're looking. You're going to go person by person, right? You're going to try to find little things that are consistent. So, like for example, say a offensive guard say you got a gap scheme team coming up, and you know they like to run power, some sort of counter where they're pulling their guards or tackles, and you notice that like where their alignment is relation to the line of scrimmage. Are they deeper? Are they not? Is their hand down? There you go, touchdown.
Bailey.
It's gonna be a good game, man.
But yeah, you look at a lot of things. You look at where their eyes are. Do they look at where they're going? And then you go once you figure out a player, then you start looking at their top runs. You look at their backfield sets. You look at where their tight ends are. Do they have a tight end that they like to run to the ball, or do they like to run open in certain formations? Then you're just trying to you're trying to get the answers to the test before you take it. You know what I mean?
No, that makes sense.
There's keys. There's keys all over the film. You just got to pick them out.
That's why teams like Cleveland, or if you go to college, Penn State, Alabama, those teams are hard because ain't no logos on no decals telling you where they looking.
Yeah,
plain helmet.
That stripe down the middle.
If they don't have that stripe, it makes it very hard.
But like, you'd be surprised at how many like offensive tackles really give away what the call is, just because of their stance. If you might be able to watch this game right now and watch their tackles. I mean, I haven't really paid attention to that much with these guys right now, but like if their back foot's farther back, they're going to pass it. Maybe they're in a more squared stance. They're going to come off the ball, or look where their head's looking. It's in terms of like relationship to the back, or are there tight ends away from the back? Can you figure out where the flow of the ball is going to go? It's all over the place. It's fun. It's like playing a game of Clue. Really.
And then when you get more in depth, then that's when you start putting the situation in the air case. Like, I can watch a game and tell you when quarterback draws coming in certain situations because I know the situation.
Yeah.
I tell you when run right, run left, right. Here comes zone, here comes power, right. Here comes certain pass. I know where it's going because now I'm playing a situation.
Yeah.
Just being around football for so long.
Casey, also like with the running back like CJ, you look at him in the backfield. If he just looking that way or whatever, the good running backs will come up and give you the whole.
Yeah, I give you the whole shebang.
The whole field.
I survey this field. I point like I'm in protection every time, even though I might be running the ball. Yeah. I give you all type of different keys.
Yeah.
Could you ever hear the running back yelling at the quarterback like, I got it in the backfield?
No, it's usually the other way around.
Yeah. Depending on like the defensive call yourself, a lot of times you got to be listening to your own guys, but like throughout the game, you're trying to listen to like the offensive line. Like a common offensive line would be like double, single, triple, or like A, B, C blocks. So like you're trying to decode their stuff. A lot of them are the same, but like you're also trying to like a lot of times they'll tell you where they're going if you really listen to them. Especially if you got a new guy in. If you get like a new offensive lineman who's like maybe their first game, like the guys around them are actually going to tell them where to go.
Yeah. You got deuce to 97, bro. Deuce to 45.
Yeah.
Hey, Casey, we got a question here for you.
Yep.
So notice Nick's got a lot of balls batted down at the line of scrimmage. Is it his eyes, arm angle, or what?
It could be a couple things. A lot of times, so as a D lineman, what some coaches teach is like as soon as the hand comes, when a quarterback holds a ball like this, as soon as his front hand comes off the ball, that's when you know to put your hands up. So I don't want to say it's his eyes. It's probably his angle, his arm angle, or just like the level of pass he's throwing. Obviously, if he's throwing a shot deep, it's not going to be on the same angle as a ball that's right behind the line of scrimmage, like a slant coming in behind you. But yeah, I mean, up front, it's harped. A lot of D-line coaches, a lot of defensive coordinators, they love batted balls, and it's something that's practiced every day. Bo might not, he's not as tall maybe as some of these guys, but there's shorter quarterbacks than him too. So, I would say it's probably his arm angle, throwing angle, if that's really probably what it is. But some quarterbacks get balls deflected more than others, and it's just that's another thing you scout too when you're looking at film. You look at what's affecting the quarterback all the time. Is it pressure in his face? Is it hands in the air? Is it balls batted down? It's each quarterback's going to be different by himself.
All right, so Casey, the Chargers have this big behemoth of a man, 44, playing fullback. How does that affect the defensive preparations?
Yeah, well, you just know that there's going to be a bigger body running in front of the back. So, your linebackers are going to have to fill those gaps and meet a bigger body. So, you also, going back to film study, a lot of times they're going to use that tight end as a lead blocker. So wherever he's lined up, the ball's probably going to follow him. And then it's just, the fullback's kind of a dying breed in football. So, the ones who are still playing are pretty productive and pretty good. So, it's just it's whatever the offense likes to do with them. Sometimes you see these fullbacks are classified as fullbacks, but they're really kind of a tight end. But it's still a 21 personnel grouping. They count them as a running back. So, yeah, it's something that you got to prepare for. It's something that you got to know. Like if a team has a fullback or a tight end who doesn't want the smoke up front and isn't a big blocker, you can take advantage of them. But you also got to be aware if he's a headhunter and he's coming to hit you, because you got to be aware at all times of those guys.
Oh, big break up there.
Herbert threw it behind him. It's a shitty call on 3rd and 3, by the way, by Greg Roman. It was a terrible call.
Right.
Do you think he's getting more desperate, trying to make bigger plays because they're down?
No, I mean, call it what I call Delta. Knowing he getting covered 2, it's 3rd and 3. Just go get 3, right? But he threw it behind him. I mean, if Herbert throws in front of him, it's probably a completed catch. So, hey, did you see the fake punt by UNLV yesterday?
No, it was fantastic.
Pretty unique. Yeah, it's pretty unique.
So, little trivia for you on that, right?
I know where this is going.
No, you have no idea.
I have no idea where this is going.
No idea.
It's going to the free ice cream buffet for the players before the game on Saturday.
No idea. So what happened? So the play was run to number 5, who's a cornerback, Cam Oliver.
Yeah, no idea what's going on.
Oh, you're talking about the fake punt. We're talking about the fake punt from yesterday. Kyle,
yes, fake punt from yesterday. All right. So his father was O.C. Oliver, Rob.
Okay.
From CU fame. Remember O.C. Oliver with Eric Bieniemy and all those guys?
Wow. Look at that. Look at that connection.
And so the number 5 is a senior corner from UNLV, probably a late round free agent, and I'm going to represent him.
Hey,
look at you, man.
See, you had no idea where that was going.
No.
Well, every time I hear fake punt, that's all anyone ever wants to talk to me about.
I avoided that. CJ, remember last year, CU Oregon?
Oregon, yes, I do.
The fake punt?
The fake punt, I do.
That's him.
I know.
That's me.
I know.
21 point something on the GPS, too.
20.
Oh, you was moving. You was moving. Huh? I didn't know you was moving that fast.
Moving.
Y'all definitely did not need to run a fake punt there, though. But hey, y'all made a statement. Y'all tried to let Prime know he don't deserve all the publicity that he was getting. I like Dan Lanning, man. I just hope he
I
can
do
win.
too.
I just hope he can win the big one.
Yep.
Because, like,
they got to stay focused.
playing them Georgia boys. Obviously,
Yep.
you know how that went.
Yep. Well,
And it was the disrespect how Kirby did it. Like, oh, we're not worried about Dan. I was like, damn.
Well, I will say, like, that is a very, very tough draw for your first game at a new school, going against the school you just came from the guy who taught you pretty much a lot of what you know.
For sure.
When we were out there, it was like we'd call a call, and the offense would be like, "Oh, he's blitzing here." And then Bo would be on the field, and they'd know exactly what we're running.
What the hell was going on?
Yeah, and it was like we'd call, and they had like. I'm willing to bet their names of their calls were the exact same.
And Dan didn't. And that's one thing about stealing and taking, because that's what it is.
Yep.
Plagiarizing.
That's the best word. There we go. It's one thing about plagiarizing. It makes so much sense to you in that code word or in that call that you don't want to change that call. But then you're not, every once in a million years, you're going to play your predecessor. So I'm pretty sure Kirby felt the same way when he played Nick. Like, damn, Nick.
I know. Yeah.
It just happens that way, And this might be a blowout. I didn't expect it to be a blowout.
I took the over.
So Casey, give us some, not Giants. Don't give away anything. Some other like interesting code words and from that you've heard or whatever. Don't give away any current secrets.
Maybe from the college days or
CJ. Like I know with the Broncos, anytime that they went with like Sandler, that means Peyton was calling it was just a gimmick play, or it was a fake audible because he's calling a comedian.
Yeah, it's funny. He's a funny guy.
He's a funny guy.
We had a bunch of Chris Rock was another one. We had a bunch of funny comedians that were dummies. That's what he called them. Chappelle.
Yeah, it could be anything. It could be a team coming up and saying, like an alert call, say they have a call played, they don't like what they see, they go alert. They could say Unitas, or they could say a Manning.
Look at you, a Unitas and Manning, 19 and 18 holes.
Yeah,
look at you.
CJ got that.
Look at you.
Yeah, so
I got to change some of my calls. Look at you. If y'all got Unitas, if y'all understand the Unitas, I got to go back to some older quarterbacks. LaMonica,
You see Knicks just get sacked a second ago?
Yeah.
The crazy thing is,
wait,
as
CJ.
Casey was doing that, I can't what?
You can't go LaMonica.
Why?
He's number 3.
There's a 3-hole.
Yeah, but we don't know what running back's going to go to the 3-hole.
That's fine. I need to know. I don't want to say Unitas, and now Casey, I'm running to my left, his right. So I gotta go to some old quarterbacks that he ain't probably never heard of. Like
what are some other ones, CJ? As we got a timeout here.
You've heard Luke Kuechly. I don't know if y'all heard this in the interview, but you heard Luke Kuechly say this with him and Thomas Davis. How we make the mic point, salt and pepper, right? Luke salt, Thomas Davis pepper. We've done that. That's the way we can. We also code-word our mic points based off numbers. So if it was 52, it'd be Lewis. If it was 54, it'd be Urlacher.
56 is Taylor.
56 is Taylor. Yeah, we had Singletary. So instead of calling who the mic point is, where they can switch up their blitzes on defense, we're gonna call out a famous linebacker number.
Hey Casey, we got another question here for you. Proud of you, Casey. What's something different about the NFL from college?
Okay, Bo, I see you.
First of all,
if I'm saying that right.
Shout out to Trev. I know Trev. Trev and I played at Oregon. Trev transferred to Baylor, and I actually was I was the flower guy at Trev's wedding. It was out in Maui in Hawaii, so good time. But something different, speed of the game, man. Everyone on the field is elite. It's a lot faster in terms of the decisions everyone makes are quicker. Your eyes have to be better. Your technique has to be better. Sometimes you can get away with stuff in college because you're just more athletic, you're stronger than the person across from you. But in college or in the NFL, that's just not the case. Everyone's just as good as each other. So, depending on what your skill set is and what you're good at, you got to be on point with everything.
What about, and this is for both of you NFL veterans there, the fact is, in college, they rep a lot of stuff. Rep, rep, rep. Sometimes in
Yep.
pros, you might rep things once.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I,
It's your job. It's your job to know it. You know what I mean? You got a whole week to prepare for it. You know, it's not you're not, you're not a kid anymore. That's how I look at that.
I think the difference and something like when I become a head coach at the collegiate level is getting the kids to understand the quality of reps and understand that we're not going to rep everything. But if I'm showing you this look, or if I'm showing you that, just know that it's a staple of theirs, and we can play this
Yep.
staple in so many different ways. And I think that's something that the NFL coaches do different than college coaches. And I think the difference is a lot of those college coaches, which is weird because back in the day, a lot of those college coaches, you know this, Pete, they would go sit during OTAs, during their spring ball time or after the spring ball during OTAs in the NFL. They'll go sit in that respective, like Georgia will go sit in Atlanta Falcons OTAs practice and learn. They don't do that no more like they used to. I remember Tefford used to do that a lot. He used to go to the Raiders or used to go to the Niners when I was at Cal. He used to do that a lot, learn from John Gruden or learn from Mike Nolan at that time. Learn from those dudes to, make practice and things more efficient. And they just don't do that no more. So I agree with Case on that as far as like you got to know it. I mean, you're a pro. That's what it is. But then that's what the college game is becoming. They paying these dudes. These dudes are getting paid. Some of these dudes are getting paid more than what Casey making right now. So,
and the other thing too, like you said, you gotta make the kids know how valuable those reps, how expensive they're. Like especially when you have 11, like a walkthrough where you got 11 guys. It's hard to get 11 dudes to stand on the other side of the ball and pretend that they're the defense. Like try doing that. Try to call up 11 of your friends and try to get them all to one place so they could do that. Like it's not gonna happen. Anytime you get 11 people on the field, like those reps are very valuable and expensive. You just got to understand that, regardless, like of what you're doing, walking through calls, like doing like some sort of pro glide walkthrough where technique is still able to be used. It's not as fast, not as physical, but like every rep you get is valuable. In the NFL, like you just got to know that and take advantage of every single one you get.
and then I think another thing, and I never had this in college. Obviously, Casey can explain his experience, but I know in the NFL for a fact you watch the walkthrough. In college, I've never watched our walkthrough when I was at Cal.
You mean
Like
after walkthrough, you go to the film
after
room?
walkthrough, you go to the film room and you watch it and correct it. And never done it in college, but you definitely do it in the NFL. Like everything in the NFL is filmed for a reason, and you watch it.
All right, so Casey, right now, 2-minute warning. Broncos up 21-10. What's being said in the defensive huddle right now?
2-minute warning, defensive huddle. Get to the quarterback. Sack skill 2-minute drives. Obviously get the ball out. You want to keep them in bounds. It's another situation that you probably go over every meeting every week. You have in meetings. So regardless of like what side of the 2-minute you're on, like are you ahead or are you down? If you're ahead, you want to keep, if you're ahead, you want to keep them in bounds and let that clock run. If you're in a 4-minute situation on the other side, or 2-minute, on offense, you got to get out of bounds, stop the clock. It's all stuff we talked about, but yeah, in the defensive huddle, keep them in bounds, get to the quarterback, because man, the one thing that you can talk CJ, like the one thing that kills a 2-minute drive is getting them off track. So get them off track, get a sack, get them off track.
So Casey, with that being said, now because obviously a lot of times now they're going to go to the audibles. Completed pass 8 yards, hurry. Are you trying to figure out what the audibles are, what they're calling, what the codes are? If you hear Manning or you hear something, a word.
Well, a lot of times in a 2-minute, it's going to be, probably most likely going to be a pass, right? So you probably got your sub package out there. You got your pass rush guys on the field. So you probably either have you don't necessarily like are listening to the audibles because you have a good feeling of what's probably going to happen. In that type of situation, you just play the run on the way to you play the run on the way to the quarterback. You get off the ball, try to get a pass rush going because that's just important. But yeah, no, it's as a D lineman, if you can get a sack, you can get the quarterback and get the offense off track, it's going to do dangerous things with their 2-minute drive.
And watch the games for us as an offense. We know they're gonna they're trying to get sacks. We know they can do that with games unless they got an elite pass rusher. But
Yep.
games, right? Games. We know games are coming, so protect yourself in
Exactly.
the games.
Here's CJ.
Right.
VJ's dialing up a blitz right here.
Which that's another thing I was gonna bring up too.
Here it
that
comes.
You
They
get,
got him.
Good ball. That's what makes him deadly. However, though, right there, clock stops. Right, is that coordinator liable to bring blitzes when the clock is stopped? Whether that's stopped from incomplete pass, whether that's stopped from ball being out of bounds, or like at that point 2-minute warning. So clock is stopped. You call your best play versus the best blitz because blitz is coming, and that's kind of what the Chargers did right there to make it happen. VJ goes back to his 3J, and the ball was thrown to nobody.
What's 3J?
Right there. 3J is VJ's version of cover 3. I'm not gonna tell what it is out here. I'll probably tell. I can tell you in the offseason though. But I won't bring VJ stuff out there on like that. Just know his 3J it's a very complicated coverage, but it's very successful. He's ran it many a times. I mean, he's dominated with it. It's been a special of his, a staple of his.
He's
like
here
here comes
again.
right
He's bringing
clock,
the blitz again.
Yeah, clock stop. Here comes the blitz. That's just VJ's MO. But bringing the blitz is giving some things up. If I was Sean right now, I would tell him, man, sit back and make Justin go through it. Don't give him the options. He's just too good. He sees it.
All right, so CJ, what's your right here? See, Chargers are huddling up. They think they have enough time.
But they just took time out. I probably would have wasted a couple more seconds and caught the next play. Just because the sequence, right? Right now I know this about VJ. Now, granted, it's a little different because I actually know VJ. VJ was my head coach, so it's kind of a little advantage for me. But I know when the clock stops, VJ's bringing blitz. Just like right now, VJ might come out bring pressure. But if the clock is running, I know VJ's going to the 3J, so I'm just going to let that clock run. Make sure I identify.
I think the Broncos
3J,
might be challenging the spot here. That's what the timeout was.
Oh, okay.
It did feel like a little generous spot for the first down.
Very generous. I don't think he's well.
That's close. I can't see the ball.
Right. See, that's where
it looks like he got stood up before the line.
That's where that referee
Remember,
was. He was blind.
It's not just the line. It's the tip of the football touching the tip of that line. That's what people don't understand. It's literally
set
this
by the
big.
running back.
It's this big, dog. It's that big. It's not,
that's what she said.
It's not the full football length.
So says the running back. The
But
defensive lineman's.
Casey looks focused on his homework. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, I'm doing Sorry, I'm doing.
You're good. We appreciate the time.
I have a presentation to give tomorrow on.
Bro, you working?
One of the online.
And that's
you're
good. And that's good. That means
I appreciate learning from you, Casey. So
I don't know how much you played this year, Case. But I can tell you right now, what you're going through, you're being developed. So when you're ready to like when the time is for you to play, you're gonna know what to do and you're ready to go. Trust me. I mean, Pete's probably told you this 1,000 times. Right. I've been in your situation before where my rookie year, I had to sit and wait. You're one play away. And as long as you continue to be developed, you're going to be all right.
Yep.
First down, now call timeout. So it'd be different. It'd be different if you wasn't being developed. Like it'd be different because I know some organizations where they look at the rookie players or practice squad guys or guys who are not on the act. Who's not dressing. They're on active 53, but they're not dressing, and they're like, whatever. Who cares about them?
Yeah.
I've seen that in organizations as well. Pick off. Good ball. Look at that pick. Look at that. Herbert tried to squeeze it in and didn't get it.
Wow.
That's a good play.
That's the rookie from Missouri.
Yeah. Keep going, sorry.
That's rookie from Missouri who they benched Levi Wallace for against Cleveland. And I'll tell you, he played well last week, and now he's changing the game this week.
Wow.
Hey, gotta let it pick. Look at Broncos right there.
And it was not a bad throw. So this is just cover 2 here? No.
Palms.
He closed some ground.
One high man and just got it. Just made a play.
Wow.
That is a huge play right there.
That's a play by the defense. That's why they get paid. Bad play by Herbert. Take points off the board before the half. And they get
Yeah,
the ball at the half.
Right.
And there's your boy Bo.
Hey, and Pete, one of your favorite stats, 1642 to 1209.
I love time of possession. The toilet's wrong.
Broncos looking really good right now, man. I mean, the only the good thing about the Broncos is you can go be the 6th seed and go play somebody else. You don't want to go to Buffalo, so stay away from Buffalo.
Is Locke the kid that trains with Patrick?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, good guy.
Great guy.
He had a what did he have? What type of car did he have, Sean? He had the whole draft class out at it looking at his car. I think it was, I don't even know what it was. I think it was a Charger or something. I don't know, but man. Shout out to him for having a nice whip.
13 seconds left. Do not throw it.
3rd and 13.
Run the ball, man. Run the ball and get up out of here. You got the pick. Yep. You saved the points. Just run the ball and get up out of here.
Casey, before we let you go, now we're at halftime here. What's your halftime routine?
Halftime routine. I like to get some fuel in me for sure. So
need that Rice Krispie treat.
Depending on what, like for example, when we played, depending on like how many snaps you've had and how many, when we played the Jets in the preseason, we only had 3 defensive linemen on the field at that point. So our rep counts were crazy. So, and it was at the end of the summer, so it was still hot. So depending on what you need, like you get IV, you need to get fuel. So bananas I'm a big banana fruit, Uncrustable. I don't know, CJ, if you had Uncrustables in the locker room.
Yeah, got a lot of crusties. You seen the reports? That Denver report? That was us. That wasn't the new Denver team. That was us.
Yep. Then usually talk to your unit. So defensive unit first, then you break down into your. Oh, we muffed it.
I think was there interference there?
Fair catch interference, which gives them 15 in a play. Maybe depending on where it's at, maybe you try a long field goal. 3 is good here for the Chargers.
And then you talk to your position group, and then you get your butt back on the field to get back to getting warm. I feel like half times in the NFL go by way faster than
because it's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on fast. It is.
Like it's yeah.
The time goes. There's no band. There's no.
No.
There's no performance for the crowd.
TV timeouts are the TV timeouts are phenomenal when you're tired, but like when you're not and you're just sitting there and it's in like the middle of the field is up here in New York. Not that it's cold, but it's like, man, like how many TV timeouts do we need? But the nice thing about MetLife is that they have the timer of the TV timeout, so you know how long you have.
So, I mean, there's some guys now when you're talking about talking, so people come down with adjustments, because it cracks me up. If you're ever up in if you're ever outside the locker room, what happens is right now, all the assistant coaches are racing down to the locker room, Rob.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the booth.
Yeah. Do they train for that in the season too? Like they don't pull a hand-me-down?
They are sprinting.
They are sprinting when they get out of that elevator.
Do they train for that? Like I can only imagine like Vic Fangio running down those stairs.
They pop them into the elevator. They cruise right down. They sprint in the locker room, and it's like a boxing trainer in between rounds. They feel like they got 1 minute. They're patching up Casey. Keep your head down. Keep your hands up, Casey.
I think the worst stadium, and this is college, but the worst stadium for that is the Carrier Dome in Syracuse. You ever seen the coaches box up at the top of the dome, Peter?
Oh yeah.
And then you got to there's no elevator. They have to go down the stands into the hallway, which at halftime is like New Jersey rush hour, and it's like they're escorted, but like the escort can only get through so many people.
Oh, there's so many people. Right.
I bet they probably get 3 minutes in that locker before they have to go back up because the way back up is going to take just as long as the way getting down there.
Yeah, that's
Right,
crazy.
and they got to call the play. So at the old Candlestick Park, the coaches actually went down the aisles.
Went down the aisles of the stadium. I remember that as a kid. I remember seeing coaches go down as a kid. I remember that.
Into it.
It's just like that in the dome. Just like they have to go down the aisle.
That's what made Candlestick fun to go to as a kid. You get to see some of the coaches.
So speaking to the person who just blocked a huge field goal 2 weeks ago for the Giants, it looks like the Chargers might be trying to feel what are they going to try a drop
They're
kick?
lining up in a gate.
Drop kick helps. Hey,
are they going to try to drop kick this?
Drop kick still gets points if you can do it. This is that situational Friday we talked about.
Yep.
How often does the kicker practices?
Oh, bro. Maybe once.
Rob, I sent you the picture of Run It. Did you see it?
Let me check.
So
email or text it.
But here's a good use of timeout by the Broncos. They see a funky formation coming up. Burn the timeout. That's a good timeout right here. Right? You got a timeout, burn it, let's go.
Change the drop kick rules. Let the kicker bring out his kicking tee and let him kick it off the tee. Not the kickoff tee, the actual kick holding.
Like the practice tee there.
So
yeah, let them use that.
Kick it from where? Kick it from the line of scrimmage, and where to the defense? Can they block it? Because Casey can block it.
No block, man. Let them kick
I get the paws up.
So it's a long way. Let him kick it.
Looks like that's what he's doing.
Hey, if he can put this through, it's 3 points now.
But why does the Broncos have to go back there though?
Because it's a kickoff return. If he misses it, that's the rule.
What a weird rule.
I never seen this.
You never talked about this?
No.
I don't think this is a college thing. It's only an NFL thing. It's called drop kick. So you're allowed. So at a certain mark, you're allowed to say, "Hey, we want to drop kick this," and what it is, did he make it?
Yes.
Oh wow! There we go. So what it is it's a field goal, but it's a field goal / kickoff return play, but the holder's there, and if he misses it, if he misses it, usually it's back a little further, not 57 yards. You could probably kick the 57-yard field goal. But it's good by Harbaugh. He takes the 57-yard field goal instead of making it a play where Casey can block it. He makes it a drop kick play.
Why didn't the Broncos do that against the Chiefs?
Right.
Wait, so when can you do that? Is there has to be?
You have to do it at the under 5 seconds left at the end of the second half or at the end of the first half, right? Or untimed down. It's the only time you can do it. You can't just call it we can't just call it with 15.
Why don't you let the clock run down to 4 seconds, call timeout, and the end of the game field goal, we're going to drop kick it.
Right. Why don't the Jets just did it last week, just run down 4 seconds, call this play, and kick it from the 20-yard line?
It doesn't work that way. You have to be on the other side of the 50.
Oh, facts? You have to be on the other side.
Yeah, you have to be on the other side of the 50.
All right, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you can't drop kick it from the 2-yard line.
Like the 5-yard line.
Cheating as
I was
hell.
going to say, that's like a no pressured field goal, like
right.
whatever.
Yeah, you have to be on the other side of the 50.
That's a silly rule.
This has came up maybe 2 or 3 times in the last couple of years. A lot of them has missed because a lot of them have been like 69, 70-yard drop kicks.
Hey, now I'm curious, because I got Dicker on my fantasy team. How's that scored?
I have no idea. I was assuming it's the same. Yeah, I was assuming it's the same.
Oh, what they're calling it? I know what they're calling is a fair catch.
Fair catch free kick. That's what it's called. Fair catch free kick. We call it drop kick, but it's called the original rule is fair catch free kick.
All right, so it has to be off a fair catch, and in this case, it was a fair catch because a fair catch interference.
Yeah, if you had the fair catch interference, that made it a 57-yard free kick. It would have if you put the 15 yards back, it's a 70-yard field goal.
So Rob, you know how in the business world you have interns?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we call them crack interns, right? You know, they're really sharp.
I call them 23-year-old college grads. They don't work all that hard.
Yeah, crack interns. The problem is I call my intern on crack. My intern on crack just showed up. So it's not exactly a crack intern.
But yeah, so fair catch, free kick comes off the punt. Guy fair catches it. Where he catches it, you call the free kick. You're allowed to kick that as a field goal if you make it. If you miss it, you have to block the kick return, which it's good. The reason why you like it on the other side, so say the Broncos say you miss it, because now out of 11 cats, you got 9 who can tackle you because you got the kicker and the holder out there who most likely 9 times 10 ain't gonna tackle you.
But at that
you
point,
get the trade-off.
at least, right at that point, you're putting your kickoff cover team in.
Yeah, you put your cover team in minus one guy because you got to have the holder to hold for the kicker. So now you got the holder and the kicker, which obviously your holder is not tackling nobody. We know the kicker ain't tackling nobody unless he Pat McAfee. Right? You're not getting too many of those.
So Casey, let me tell you what's going on in Denver. You missed the beginning of the show. In 18 minutes, the Nuggets go on.
Yes.
And in 48 minutes, the Avalanche go on.
It's a good night in Denver.
Hey, Casey. So then, were you a multi-sport athlete in high school? Like, did you play other sports besides football?
Oh yeah.
What was your other sports?
I played football, lacrosse, and hockey in high school, and then I did a year of prep school where I played football, lacrosse, hockey, and wrestled.
Wow.
Damn, you played hockey?
Yeah, but I was.
And what position were you? Sheesh.
I was a forward.
Enforcer.
My big sport was lacrosse. Yeah, enforcer. Big sport was lacrosse.
What position you playing lacrosse? Long stick, short stick? You had to be a long stick guy. You got the moves, huh?
Offense. I like scoring goals.
Casey, I meant to tell you. So we had a men's game. So when Casey was out here training for the combine last year, he played us on our Wednesday night men's league in the bubble, over by the Bronco facility.
By the Broncos facility.
Yep.
I know you're talking about. Yep. That bubble still exists. Is it
It's
better?
like a building now. Like they made it actually.
Okay, good. Yeah, it was a real bubble when I was
there. They got one in Littleton.
Nice place.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad they kept it
Home
up.
Park by the airport.
Yep.
Or the other airport. What's the other airport?
By Centennial Airport.
Centennial.
Yep.
But so here's the deal though. So Casey, your scoring record from last year, when you had 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Gavin went for 4 and 6 last night.
Well,
I see you, G.
Please do one lacrosse.
And
that was my first time playing in 4 years.
Y'all still playing at the Bear? Y'all still playing at the Bear Rink?
I haven't played men's league since Gavin stopped playing, but hey, for Casey, it got so bad that the old defenseman that was covering Gavin was face guarding him all over the field. In men's league, they wouldn't let him get the ball.
Makes sense.
Hey,
and we had a bunch of we had a kid who plays at Duke now. We had a bunch of really good players last night. It turned into a rout. We needed the big lefty though, Casey.
Yeah, big lefty always helps. You see his call sheet, Sean Payton's call sheet.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Run it.
Yeah.
Gotta run the football. Gotta establish the run. He wants to run the football.
Yeah.
I just sent you a picture of it, Casey.
Hey, speaking of running the ball, CJ, we're at 89 yards as a team, 13 carries, 6.8 average.
Not bad.
Estimate's at 30. Nick's is at 25. Javante's at 22. Sharing the load.
Not bad.
What are you doing, Water? Me and Gavin in the office here.
Oh, Steve. Yeah. Tell Steve I said what's happening.
Hi, Letha.
Gavin's in there?
Yeah, Gav there.
Damn, I didn't know that. What up, Gav? Breaking my record. Damn.
Tell Steve I said what's happening.
Who called? You. Oh. Wait, hold on. Casey, say it again.
What's up, big dog? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
You're showing them men what's up, right? Over in the
bubble? I'm just trying. Yeah. I felt like LeBron out there.
Yeah, and I felt like Dwayne Wade when I was
fucking
there.
Bronny. Whoa, no cussing on the podcast.
There's no cussing on the podcast.
Come on.
The intern on crack is cussing.
Jeez.
Who's there?
Evan.
I got
skinny Evan? No way.
I got the note from YouTube. The only way we're allowed swearing is if Pac-Man's
Evan grew up, huh?
That's the only way we're allowed to have swearing is if Pac-Man's on here, is what YouTube told me. So
I'm trying to figure out, was Evan, I'm pretty sure Evan the one that made the egg parmesan, right? He don't eat animals. Is that still true?
No, that was Elliot.
Yeah, it was Elliot. Oh, that was Elliot? Oh, see, I knew it was an E. I remember.
That was
I remember,
Elliot.
I remember we did that. I said, bro, you
Close to
know
Tufts.
me.
Hey,
was like,
Peter,
man.
what did you make for us that one day? Was it jambalaya? What'd you make for us?
Gumbo.
He made jambalaya?
Gumbo. No, he
Hell
made
no.
Gumbo.
I was
Made
gonna say.
gumbo.
Oh, we
He
made
had the
good
whole
stuff.
draft class over.
Yeah, not the Peter Schaefer
for
I know.
gumbo.
Not no jambalaya. Gumbo.
Gavin taught me how to make gumbo.
Gavin the
Yep.
chef now. Gavin the cook. But yeah, Pete making jambalaya. I'd have stayed in Denver an extra 2 years.
We had enough problems with your weight.
Never got fined for it though.
Hey, what's your favorite restaurant in Parker or like that area, Aurora Parker area, by the facilities?
Perfect landing.
Here comes my 5-year-old who's 6. How you doing, baby? To be honest, in Parker, I love Waffle House, but like if I had to pick a real restaurant, there's a breakfast spot called Benedict's.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Yes.
So fire, bro. That's
Where
one thing
is
I
that?
do
Where
miss.
where is that?
Is it County Line?
Yeah, I think it's right.
Or is it after County Line? It's literally right by the mall. It's right around the
Yeah,
corner.
it's by Park Meadows area, right?
It's by Park Meadows Mall.
Yeah.
Benedict's. So fire. I was
Benedict's.
talking about that the other day. How you feeling, baby? You okay? Want to say
So
hi
if
to
the
Uncle Pete and Uncle Casey and everybody?
If the Chargers lose, that puts a bunch of teams back in the playoff hunt.
It does.
A bunch of teams.
Do you ever go to Cafe Mexicali up in Boulder, CJ?
Cafe Mexicali is fire too. Mm-hmm. Slide out there every once in a while. Hot date.
I got Cafe Gavin here at the house.
Does he do house calls?
Ocean Prime outside of Del Frisco.
Prime.
Ocean Prime is probably my favorite. One of my favorite steakhouse.
Hey, what's the place down? Oh man, I took my wife to a steakhouse downtown that was pretty good. I forget what it was called though. It was right across the street from Ocean Prime. Downtown.
Not Eddie V's.
Shanahan's?
Shanahan's is towards Bellevue.
It was literally downtown. There was an Ocean Prime right downtown, right across the street from it.
Trying to think.
Like a block, maybe 3 or 4 blocks from Union Station.
Chop
I'm
House?
really trying to think.
Chop
House is a good one. Chop House is a good one.
STK.
I've been to Chop House.
Is there an STK in Denver?
Which one?
Is there STK down there? I didn't know that.
Is there one?
Yeah,
I don't know.
We went there with
Oh yeah,
Okay.
there is. Right. Yeah.
Should have took your wife to Del Frisco's. Del Frisco's fire. Fleming's fire. That's all about the facility.
Is there a Fleming's? Yeah,
It's a Fleming's right around the corner.
Did you when you still get NFLPA discounts?
Yes, I do, big
Yeah,
dog.
all the Fleming's discount. Yeah, I used that the other day.
Yeah, man.
Whole
30%.
family came to
30%.
town. I was like, I'll buy it. We're going
30%, man. Yeah.
Where? 30% of where?
Fleming's. We get 30% off Fleming's being the PA. Our union sucks, but they know what they're doing at certain things.
I got the PA card. I'm gonna use
You
it.
shouldn't. Why you got the PA card? You was never a player.
I got a PA card. I use it for the Marriott VIP rates.
There you go. Hertz.
They
They got the rental car rates too.
The Capitol Grill.
Oh, you with the Capitol Grill? That's a good one.
Yeah,
I haven't the Capitol Grill in a minute.
Hey, but you know what, Pete? You know what? None of those restaurants beat Arturo's.
That's right.
Arturo's
In the Greenwich Village. You got to take Newt there this week.
I will. I just been with my family in town so much. I've been into the city so much this week. I'm like so sick of it. But
man, it's a soul food spot in Denver. Oh, I forgot what it was called. Kelvin, if I text her.
Hey, we got Lance in the green room here, Peter.
Lance Mitchell, from the Bay Area, CJ.
Yeah, Big Mitch. What's happening, fam?
Nothing much. What's up, brother?
Nothing much, man. Taking care of this sick one right here.
Oh yeah, mine just went to sleep.
So
she was asleep. I just woke her up.
CJ, Lance was after he finished his career was at OU for a long time, but he's a legend in the Bay Area, right, CJ?
Yeah, we knew about Lance. I mean,
okay, coming from you, that's a big deal. I appreciate that.
You did your thing. You got a little base out here, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I just was with your boy Bean 2 weeks ago.
Was you? Yeah, I was with him maybe a month ago. His last football game. So the
Oh, you went
Beamer.
up there for the last game?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we were watching my son in Monroe Catholic over in Hayward. They won the state for the division last weekend.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Lance, while we're at halftime here, the Broncos, give us a little scouting report on tomorrow night's college games.
Who you got?
All right, I'll be back. Let me take
Hey,
care of her.
Notre Dame
I'll
and
hear her
Indiana.
coughing. I'll be
Notre
right
Dame,
back.
Indiana.
Notre Dame, Indiana. I like Indiana. I think they've been pretty consistent with what they're trying to do. Until Notre Dame proves that they can win a bigger game, I won't buy into them just yet.
What about Tennessee, Ohio State?
Oh, I like Tennessee. I like their defensive line. And Heupel, he likes to gun and sling. I think the quarterback is okay. I think he's growing right now. As the year progresses, they do have a solid running game. But overall, I think Tennessee has a better football team.
I got to ask with present company, if Tennessee wins and they play the Oregon Ducks, who you got?
I'm going to go with Oregon. I like
Yes.
Dan Lanning. I like he's a defensive-minded guy. He's a young guy. You know, he thinks outside the box. And the best thing about him is his preparation and the way that he prepares his football team. You know, he's kind of like Brent Venables. All those guys are cut from the same cloth. You know, they don't miss a beat. They put a lot of hours in. They burn the candle at both ends. So they will be prepared. And the one thing they really focus on is physicality of the details of football games and straining every play. So I really love what Dan Lanning is doing up there.
So
Rooted in
Lance,
substance, baby.
so Casey went to Oregon.
Okay, what year were you there?
I was there last year and the year before.
He's a rookie with the
Okay.
Giants right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay, so
So played with Dan.
you
Played
played
for
with
Dan. Played for Dan.
okay,
Yeah.
yes, and Tosh Lapoy, the D coordinator over there.
I was going to ask you. I heard you're a legend from the Bay Area. I was like, you must know Tosh if you're from the Bay Area.
No, you know what? I never met him. I just kind of been under the radar. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a little older, but he's been kind of making his way through.
Yeah.
Heard about him
Smart.
because a friend of mine's son, Jerry Mixon, I think
Okay.
he's a sophomore now at Oregon, linebacker.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Joe's nephew,
Okay.
Peter. Yeah.
Yep. I played with him. Yep.
Back-to-back runs to start the second half for Sean Payton, by the way. He's sticking with it. He's sticking with it.
What's it says on his play sheet? Run it. Run it.
Okay,
But I couldn't agree with you more, especially playing for Dan. Like the amount of preparation that goes into each game is, I can't see other coaches being like that. We were talking earlier before you got on about just his situational awareness and how much time he puts into being prepared for every situation.
You got Mims in the backfield here. What are they going to do? They got Mims in the backfield. Oh, they tried to run a screen and he got knocked out.
Troy Franklin, go Ducks.
Right, but you see that? So the defensive end there saw Mims in the backfield, Casey, and knew enough to, chipped him coming out. Watch him.
Yep.
The play was definitely supposed to go to him, but watch this. Here's the replay.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And they were going to get their 2 yards on that play, and then
it's a veteran right there, man. Matt.
Look,
no.
Bo looked at it and then had to go to number 2.
Well, apparently Bo Nix, all they said last year was that he was the check down king, especially when he has his boy Troy Franklin as a check down. You know it's going there. Oh, boy.
Fumble.
Okay.
Oh, you got
it. For you two defensive guys, Lance and Casey, the fastest you've ever run is when the quarterback either trips and falls down or you see a fumble, right?
It's good living, man. Free life.
Absolutely.
Especially when he falls down in the backfield and the first one to touch him is the one who gets the sack. You'll watch 320-pounders move like they're 190 pounds.
I'm swiping at his ankles, trying to get me a TFL.
Diving.
Next game goes on.
Which you can set up?
Hey, Lance, what do you think?
Flea flicker.
Check down.
Hey, what do you think of that Clemson-Texas game?
Clemson, Texas.
Go Tigers.
That's the first
You're a
time I've
Tigers
heard
fan,
this
huh?
happen since
Okay.
such a
Well, I got Dexter Lawrence in our room. I gotta be a Tiger fan.
Yeah, I was working with Todd Bates for the past few years, so he speaks highly of Dexter.
Yeah.
Those guys they're a 1 in a million. You know what I mean? You don't have to do much to get those guys going.
Yeah.
But I think I like Texas. I think overall Texas has a better team. They got some really good football players over there. I really love their middle linebacker, that freshman. Well, he's a sophomore now. He's a baller. They got some safeties that can run and hit. But I'm not really feeling yours, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever really liked him. And that's just, you know what I mean? That's just my take on him. I'm not feeling the guy.
Hey, what about the Twitter rumors where Ewers may go to the Ducks for $4 million next year?
I wouldn't put it past him. Especially if they're seeing that, Manning's going to leapfrog him, which he probably should, because you can't sit him again and think you're going to keep him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's what Gabriel had did leaving Oklahoma.
Big fourth down here. Big fourth down.
I'll tell you what, though.
Ooh, 4th and 2 for the Broncos.
They got it with a nice what a call. That is a hell of a call. That's a really good call.
Wow.
The cool thing with Dylan Gabriel is he didn't ask for a lot of money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he didn't ask for a lot of money at all. He's a good kid, man. I've only known him for a little bit, but I know he's a really good guy. Really good kid.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys like him. Brings a lot of life to the program.
Yeah, he does. He's a really good dude. I didn't know what happened with his negotiations as far as leaving Oklahoma. I don't know if it was Levy going to Mississippi State, or he just wanted to go to Oregon, maybe get closer to Hawaii. Who knows?
Yeah.
But he's a good football player,
though.
He's a good player.
All right, and then what about the SMU Penn State game?
That's not a game. It's not even close.
Who you got? Who do you like? Penn State?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think SMU is sneaky. They're gonna sneak up on some people. They've been building that team for the past 3 years offensively.
That was a nice play by number 90 right there.
Get it done.
Domination. Yeah.
So Lance,
Peter, who'd you say you got in that game? You said Penn State?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go SMU.
I'm gonna go SMU too.
Yeah.
I think that's the lock of the tournament.
SMU?
Yes. No.
Yeah,
Penn State.
I don't know. I wish they would have done a little more, prior to getting to this point. That's just me. What are they gonna? You think they're gonna run the table?
No, I just don't think SMU's at the same level as all the other teams.
Even Clemson?
Well, and I'm maybe 3 weeks ago I would have said Arizona State, but I think right now Arizona State, boy, that team is peaking at the right time.
They got a chip on their shoulder, man. They are definitely peaking.
And their running back is a lot of people don't really respect that dude.
Nah, he's a baller.
He's the real deal.
Year. He's a baller.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
He was throwing touchdown passes last year, Peter.
The running back? Oh no, he's legit. That's CJ's boy.
He was.
CJ, you got to unmute yourself.
He was. So last year.
I like Cam Game. He can play.
No, it's not.
They were doing like these weird swinging gate formations. They just give him the ball and he just toss it, and he was throwing dimes. Good player.
It'd be curious to see how fast he can run. I don't like SMU beating Penn State. I heard what you guys were saying. It can happen.
You do not like SMU beating Penn State?
I don't think it can happen.
So I got 2 stats for you guys. Number one, my interns on Crack pointed this out. The fair catch field goal is the first one since 1960 or 76.
The first one that was made?
Yeah, first one that was made since 76.
Yeah, usually, like I told you, they're 70-yard field goals. They got gifted with that 15-yard penalty.
How many have been attempted?
Oh, the interns on crack are going to work on that.
They saw that stat on Amazon Prime broadcast, so now they got to figure out how to Google. Come on.
And then number 2, that was a 7-minute drive, even though it was only a field goal to open the third quarter.
And we're going to go to Pete's favorite stats here.
Time of possession.
23:52 to 12:37.
Pete, how's box league go? Have you guys started that box league over in?
No, it don't start until January.
So Casey, when you're playing defense and you're on the field twice as much as your offense and you're midway through the third quarter, like what are you guys telling them as you're walking off the field? Like, are you guys
hopefully
looking at
nothing?
them?
Hopefully nothing.
Right.
It's been days. It's been days. Their ass is getting storched. Hopefully nothing.
It's team game, man. We're not saying if anything, it's going to be words of encouragement. We got you guys. Like, go out. We got your back. Go out there and do your thing. Like, if you got a defense that's bickering at the offense, it's no bueno
at all. That thing will go downhill real quick.
Yeah.
Real fast.
Hey, some quick stats here for you. Bo Nix is 20 for 27 with 196 yards.
Not bad.
We're at 97 yards rushing as a team. SMA's got 36 of those on 7 carries. Bo Nix has 25 of them on 3. Javante's at 22 on 3. Blake Watson's got 11 for 3. Mims has got 3 for 1.
Running back by committee is still not the answer.
Hey, it's a better running game than we've had. I'm not gonna complain if we can crack 100 yards as a group.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that.
It's like got to start somewhere with something.
All
right, so
money.
Yeah, well, this is gonna be a big possession here. Now, just for you guys' information, we've got the Nuggets on the left TV. We've got the Broncos on the right. In 20 minutes, we're putting up. Oh, intern on crack's got to get the TV. I'm gonna have to send my intern on crack to get the third TV.
I was gonna say it must be nice to have 8 TVs in one room. You probably got Netflix
That's
on,
how
got a movie on one.
Casey, that's how he keeps his tan up.
You ain't seen that room? That room got 3 TVs, bunch of jerseys. Shout out to my jersey being hung up in there too. I don't know why I contribute to it. I shouldn't have. But that room got 3 TVs, 4 computer monitors, a TV to watch film, and that's not including his laptop and iPads. He got the ultimate media room.
Oh yeah,
in that house.
That's right. We grind here, and then and everything I could write off.
And I think there's a weight set off his shoulder there. You can't see, or at least a stationary bike while he's watching film too.
Is the dunk up
No,
there,
that's downstairs. It should be all the way downstairs. His
Well,
bike
no, there's a bike here too. There's a bike.
Oh, okay. I was going to say his bike should be all the way downstairs. This is the bike I remember.
Peter, where's the duck?
The duck. Did you see the duck when you were coming up? Intern.
You got a duck? Where'd you get a duck?
I did not.
The cat.
I've been away. Where'd you get a duck?
The kid's got a cat, and his name is Ducky.
The duck.
We call it the duck for Casey, the Oregon duck.
The duck owns the house.
Where's
Oh, Herbert with a little run there.
A lot of room for a hurt ankle.
Yeah, I think that they're gonna have to dial up some pressure here.
Where my man Rusty and the homie at? Rusty gone?
Oh, Rusty didn't
passed
make
away.
Yeah, Rusty didn't make it.
Oh, really? The dog?
15 and a half years.
Wow.
He got a long run.
Rusty had a good run.
We love Rusty, man. Rusty.
Yeah. CJ would come in the house. Casey, CJ would come in the house and he'd give me a Rusty.
Wag his tail. Love it. He loved it. Wag his tail all under me.
Rusty was on the struggle bus when I was there.
Rusty was live and direct when I was around.
Hey, CJ, where'd you grow up at?
In Vallejo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My brother lives in Vallejo right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lance, what high school did you go to, Lance?
I ended up graduating from Lincoln High School in San Francisco.
Oh, San Francisco?
Yeah. So I went to Los Banos High School for 3 years down there in the Central Valley.
Okay.
And then my mom ended up moving back to San Francisco our senior year in high school. And that's how I ended up over at City.
Ooh, Herbert just took a shot.
Yeah, he did.
Good old City College.
All right, watch
Yes,
this, Rob.
indeed.
This is going to be one of the great
Was Rush your coach when you was there too?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Rush boy, Rush me.
Yeah.
I almost went to City. I ended up going to Laney with Bean, but I almost went to City because of Rush, man. I love Rush.
Hey, does Denver still lead the league in sacks?
Hey, Rob, Pac-Man wants to log in.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you should have went over there to City, CJ.
Rob,
I got to put a warning out there on YouTube and
I went
Instagram.
put it out there.
Bean, man.
Pac says he's trying to get in, Rob.
Bean was
trying to cross that
I don't
bridge.
see him.
That too. Like I wasn't. The commute was already far from Vallejo to Oakland.
Yeah.
Add the extra 15, 20 minutes on it, even though I'm taking BART. Add the extra 15, 20 on it, and then
He says
because
he's
I was
on,
taking bus and BART. I'm trying to get back.
A few dollars.
Lance,
Right.
Casey,
Right.
Peter, CJ, and myself. We have room for more.
So, hey, check out this segue because you're talking about San Francisco City College, where O.J. Simpson went to junior college, right?
Yeah.
Good old OJ.
So
Rest in
if
peace.
O.J. Simpson were to go to junior college right now at San Francisco City College, he'd still have 4 years of
His
eligibility.
eligibility, right? Did you see
With
that
the new
change?
rule, you see that segue?
That new rule
Man.
change, I would have got
no.
4 years at. Oh
Man.
my goodness!
We was born in the wrong decade, man.
Right, Pete, you wouldn't have been my agent. I promise you that. Been a first round pick. Somebody else coming out of a 4 years eligibility coming from Beam.
Hey, Peter, is that going to be all sports too, even lacrosse?
All sports. Yeah.
You think
The
we're
question-
going to see? You think we're going to see post grad years go away?
Well, now you can because the reason you went to PG at prep school is so you didn't burn a
So
year.
I didn't burn my clock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the
Now I think
question.
that
It's gonna hurt prep
is
schools.
the question is, do you tell a kid go JC and get development? We'll come give you a scholarship. Do you tell a kid that? There's a
Big
sack,
sack,
by the
big sack.
Broncos right there.
Oh, I
Hey,
think
Casey, you are right though. Before that sack, Broncos are at 49 for the season. Then,
Are they leading the league?
Yeah, Texans are at 45, and then Baltimore at 44.
What do we got? What do Giants got?
Give me a second
Ooh, what-
here. Giants are at 41, so they're 1, 2, 3,
41
4,
sacks
5,
with 2
6th.
wins.
Sixth.
They got a whole lot of other problems going on.
What? With all this money in NIL, you're going to see colleges stashing guys in junior college. You watch.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You tell them to go get developed in JUCO. We got you in a year or so. That's a game changer for these JUCO kids.
And then I think in the lesser sports or the non-revenue sports like lacrosse, where you can't give full scholarships, you're going to sit there and tell a kid, why don't you go to Onondaga Community College? It's only going to cost you $5,000 a semester. Why you want to pay $65,000 to come to Syracuse? You get the same credits. Boom, boom, boom. We'll transfer you in, as opposed to sitting on the bench. They're going to be playing games.
Everyone's going to be getting a master's degree.
Now, the problem is though. Oh, they caught the flag on that. What a
That's
sell
a
by
FedEx.
Justin Herbert. What a sell by Herbert.
He gonna be getting a FedEx.
What a sell by Herbert. But,
Oh, he said he's still selling it. You see that? He's still selling it.
But Pete, I do got to ask you this question. So academically, you can't stay at the JUCO. Like you can't stay at the JUCO to get all your stuff transferred.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
just
that
him.
was bad.
Yeah, you can't do that. That
Can
was
they
terrible.
review that?
We hit him in the head. What do you want to review? If this is college, he'll be targeting on his way out.
He barely touched him.
Bro,
Nah,
look
I
at
don't
his
think-
elbow. Look at his elbow right there. Thumb right in his chin.
Oh,
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Football, man. Come on.
Man, he know. Hey, that's what he get for not jumping over. He know the rule. Bro, you know the
You
rule.
think he'll still get fined for that?
Oh, yeah, he
absolutely.
he definitely getting fined.
Absolutely getting a FedEx in his locker tomorrow. If
Oh
not Tuesday, they keep it going.
All right, so
He
here's
can
the
appeal that
fullback
one,
there.
though.
See how they ran right behind the fullback.
Touchdown.
Right behind 44, just like Casey said.
That's a big run.
Do you go,
That's
hey,
a big
CJ,
drive.
do you go for 2 here to bring it within a field goal?
258 left in the third? Yeah, I
No.
would. I would.
Yeah.
258 left in the third? Yeah, I would.
You
No.
know
Lance.
who would? Dan Lanning.
Lance, you go for 2?
Yeah, you got to keep pressing.
Yeah. If it was like 12:58 in the third, no. But with almost being in the fourth quarter, absolutely. Good old down, around. But Pete, what I was gonna ask you about academically, you can't stay at the junior college for heck of long academically. That's gonna like transfer all your stuff to graduate, can you? Still a 2.5 year process on the transferability for school, right?
No, you
Just
get
because that's how it was set up. I'm just asking. I don't know.
no, you get the credits and you go. There'll be a bunch of guys coming in with 4 years of eligibility left and
And
2
be
years
super
halfway
seniors,
through their college.
halfway through their college career. That's
It's gonna
crazy.
be like
Man.
juniors in
Oh my
hockey.
goodness.
Like
No, he's short.
counts.
He didn't get it. He's short.
gonna be like 24, 22-year-old freshmen.
That's
Yeah,
one thing I said though. You don't want to be a 25-year-old NFL prospect.
The only issue I have with it is like, how are they gonna recruit like high school kids versus JUCO kids? Like, obviously, you're gonna take a JUCO kid, right? Like,
Well, think about if you start doing stuff like for basketball, like the same concept.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you start telling kids to go to JUCO. You tell kids go to JUCO.
I mean,
This,
it's
this.
going to be that top tier kid that you want to get in right away. You know what I mean? But everything is so fluid now. You just don't know who you're going to keep. You know what I mean? It's a tough position right now with all of it.
So Lance, you're recruiting OU, right? And you
Yeah.
know that this guy is not your first. He's your second or third linebacker in your class. He's not going to play as a freshman. Do you tell him, hey, why don't you go sit at East, whatever, East Central Oklahoma or whatever for a year? And
No, not at all.
Because
So,
wouldn't there be a chance you could lose him when he wants to transfer?
Absolutely. So what what we've been able to do, and you guys will probably have seen it. BV plays at least 22 guys. Like he's going to get
He play a lot of people. Yeah, he do play a lot of people.
That's deliberately. That's super intentional because he doesn't want to lose them. You know what I mean? So, you don't have to sit out the first. You don't have to play the first 3 or 4 games to redshirt. You can pick any game, but he does a really good job with keeping kids, getting them. You know what I mean, in the mix, getting their reps, getting them developed. For him, it's all about competitive depth, and also, you never know who goes down. So he wants guys to stay ready. But it's a monster though. A lot of dudes jumped in right now. Shit, I think you lost what, almost every receiver.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
I mean, and it makes it tough with these kids. Part of it is too, these kids ain't got no guidance. So a lot of them jumping in thinking the grass is green on the other side, and it's not.
It's a mess,
But
bro.
you know what the problem is? That they do have guidance, and a lot of it is coming from the parents. You know what I mean? A lot of parents
This
put
is
a lot
worse.
of pressure on these kids because they may not be doing financially. They're not be financially stable at home. So a lot of kids are thinking about those situations. Look at the kid that went to NC State, Dylan Smothers. They call him Hollywood Smothers.
Hollywood Smothers.
He left because his family had financial issues, and OU wasn't going to give him number one money for a running back position because DeMarco has a pretty good stacked room over there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So a lot of these teams are gonna have a hard time
same.
anybody.
Yeah, same down in my end. Like the starting quarterback at Cal just jumped in the portal and left. Like, bro, you're the starting quarterback. You might go fight for a job somewhere. You're a starting quarterback here. Like, and they was offering 1.8, and he still left.
I feel like even because of the transfer portal, like development in college football is already on a decline. Because like you can just go in the portal and get guys who have game reps. Like I feel like this is now like the whole JUCO thing is going to make it even less of a thing. And I don't know, maybe I'm just stingy on that because like I myself was definitely a developmental guy. Like I was not ready to play when I got to college and had to take a couple years, which is fine. But like I just feel like it's just now becoming not a thing. It's becoming less and less. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's just how I see it. Like,
nah, you're right. I think I didn't like what JW did yesterday with Cal. Like it kind of pissed me off what he said. Like, yeah, we have to see who we had on the roster and put guys in the game. Like you ain't developing. How you not developing? You got to develop them dudes. You recruited them dudes.
Yeah.
Now you got to develop them. You got to develop them dudes so they know where they're at. But the way the game is played, just like Lance is saying, some of these kids is jumping in just to jump in. Like they jumping in just to hope they land a spot better financially or better opportunity. When they have a good opportunity, if they just sit for a year or two, these kids don't see it that way
Yeah,
no
like
more.
they don't see it. Like the best thing I ever did was learn from the guys who were ahead of me.
Yeah.
I had three NFL guys in front of me my freshman, sophomore, and junior year, and like
So
if I
you
would have been in the portal, I would have never got that information.
yeah, you liked your position coach, right? I would assume you guys had a good relationship.
Oh yeah, I had the same
Yeah.
position coach all 6 years. Yeah,
Yeah. So it's about trusting that process, and
yeah,
it's tough when everybody's
yeah,
pulling up in a new car. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And got that
yeah,
new chain on.
yeah. I wouldn't be where I am today without my position coach
Big
and the
fumble
development
here.
that he.
Oh, they called it for the Broncos, and they wanted an interception. Both guys caught the ball. It looked like.
Yeah, the tie always goes to the receiver. Just like in baseball, tie goes to the runner, tie goes to the receiver.
And no one
Oh.
comes up with the ball.
Yeah, the ref got the ball. Good play by the ref.
Right.
Yeah, you're right, Lance. That position coach relationship and that trust relationship is huge. Like I don't know. He might have been like he might have been there with you, Casey. Lupoy, Tosh.
Yeah, he was there.
Bruh, Tosh was the dude for us when he was at Cal. Like,
Yeah.
talked to everybody when he was at Cal, right? And that was in
Yeah.
his younger days when he was coaching D-line. When I was at Cal, but like Tosh Lupoy is like still today. Tosh my dog. You know what I'm saying? I still talk to him today. Cool as hell. So like having that relationship, having that relationship
Then that brings the point too. Are kids committing to schools or are they committed to coaches?
Yeah,
I'm victim of it. My position coach left, and I ended up going to the same school he left to.
Hey Lance, have you ever met Pac-Man Jones?
You know what? I met Pac-Man back in 05. I was in Arizona. He was down there in Phoenix. I was with Carlos Dansby. We got a little nice spot.
I like Carlos Dansby.
Lance, say hi to Pac-Man Jones. Pac-Man Jones, say hi to Lance.
What up,
What's up,
man?
dog? How's it doing, man?
What's going on?
Hey, another day in paradise. The baby's asleep.
Why you watching this game?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Pac, what do you think of the
Got
game
their
right
TV
now?
up really loud.
Our coaches haven't been playing good as they normally play these last couple of weeks.
What did we lose, Pac?
Huh?
Nah, he's still on.
Nah, he there. We lost visual, but you can still hear
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
a little bit, kind of muffled, big dog.
I said these Harbaugh coaches haven't been standing up to their Harbaugh names lately.
Harbaugh coaches haven't been saying it up to the Harbaugh name.
Nah.
All right, so does anybody else feel that the momentum's switching from the Broncos to the Chargers right
I'm
now?
worried about that.
Oh, it's moving right now for sure. I mean,
Definitely.
Chargers ain't no slouches. They ain't been playing well as Pat said. They ain't been playing as well as they should have been playing. But momentum is on their side now. They got an opportunity on this drive to take the lead, and they just had a great defensive stop in those last 3 downs. So
I'm going to throw on bet.
good plays there. And we get
What-
Caleb
what-
Williams.
what-
Bet y'all anything they ain't going to score.
Wait, what's the bet?
Whatever.
Broncos? Well, see, Pac will bet on anything.
Yeah.
He would bet on my 40 time, I think.
Oh, well, he would.
Definitely will.
He would do money line on that.
Hey, y'all, I
money.
gotta get running. I got Fast Friday tomorrow, so I gotta get some sleep. But it was good being on with y'all.
Hey,
Always,
thanks,
Case. I enjoy it, man.
Casey.
Good luck this
Yes,
weekend, too.
I did.
Yes, sir. All right, I'll talk to y'all.
All right, Case.
They got good old Michael Penix this weekend. We should have asked him what he thought of Penix. Even though he ain't got no film on him. Preseason film.
Case got who?
They got the Giants.
Oh.
They got the Giants. I think in New York, too, right, Pete?
Yeah, in New York.
Game in New York? Yeah, game in New York, too. It's going to be cold in New York, boy.
Hey, Pac-Man, when you're playing a
Who that
quarterback, were
was
you
on the
doing
call
much?
again?
Casey Rogers, he played D tackle for the Giants.
D-tap for the Giants.
Yeah, rookie. Came out of
Oh,
Oregon.
okay, I do know him.
Yeah, came out of one of Pete's guys. You know how Pete is. Pete get the underdogs.
Yeah.
Plus, he's a lacrosse player.
So yeah, plus he a lacrosse, like he was a big time lacrosse player at the you know, Pete love his lacrosse.
What's up with lacrosse, man? I'm starting thinking lacrosse is a little lacrosse.
Adam's a big lacrosse guy. He
I was almost. I'm on the fence.
on the fence.
Yeah.
All right, so Pac, who's your favorite right now? We're commercial the Bronco game to win the Super Bowl, or who do you think will be in the Super Bowl?
Wow, that's early.
That's an early question, bro.
It's an early question.
Yeah. As of right now, I go Vikings.
You got Minnesota coming out the NFC.
Wow.
Now that is surprising.
It's bold.
I would go Vikings, and I'll go Chiefs. I'm not going against Chiefs
Until someone
Right.
till someone tell you, unless Patrick Mahomes out with the high ankle for the rest of the year. I hear you on that.
Hey, so I don't know if you guys have been watching Pac's. He's got his own podcast, but he gets some of the most eclectic and coolest guests. I mean,
Prime on not too long ago. I saw that episode with the Prime.
Had Prime, had John Gruden on.
Had John Gruden on. I saw the one with John Gruden on. You know, I love Gruden. I fuck with KG.
But the
I
cool
have a lot of people on there.
The cool thing is, though, when Adam's on, it's like he sort of gets him so comfortable, whatever. He asks questions nobody else wants to ask, and most people would sit there and, you know, not answer them. But for whatever reason, he asks questions and people just blurt it out.
Hey man, ain't no Pac a real dude. Got to be real when you on Pac's show.
Yeah.
Pac, who would you love to get on your show that you haven't had on your show yet?
Him and Beast Mode was a good episode too. I seen that one too.
Yeah, it was early. I gotta redrop that beast mode because it was really good. You said who I would want to have on the show that I haven't had on?
Yeah.
I already got a lot of people that's about to come on, but the person that I don't have booked that I would probably like to get to come on, Donald Trump.
That's fair.
DT.
I was gonna guess Elon Musk.
President Trumper.
Either one.
And the crazy part is, I'm telling you right now, Rob. The crazy part is,
I'm gonna have one of them on the show, like
right.
probably not before the end of the year.
I'll tune in for sure.
By January, they gonna be on the show.
And not only will they be on the show, Pac will ask questions and they'll answer them.
Yeah.
Ask him about the drones over New Jersey.
About all that.
All right, so here we're back now, right?
Yep. Start of the fourth quarter here.
Well,
hey, y'all really need this game.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, because the next two hard as hell.
Yeah.
All right, Adam. So you've played for Vance Joseph. He was your DB coach in Cincinnati. What's he gonna try to dial up? Is he gonna dial up some pressure?
No, it's gonna be a cover too, but it's gonna be a disguise.
Oh, face mask.
Face mask.
Face mask. That's 15 right there.
Penalties
Can't do
killing
that.
us.
Can't do that.
Was it on us?
Yeah, he grabbed it. Cooper, number 0.
I'm gonna tell you right now. The crazy part is, he gonna get a FedEx too for that.
Not for the face mask.
Yeah, he is.
No, give him a horse collar.
Oh, they call him horse collar tackle.
Oh,
That's
he's
even
definitely getting a
bigger.
FedEx.
Now he definitely get one for that one.
Adam was the king of the FedEx.
That's a horse collar.
First
You were
name,
the king of the
first name
FedEx.
bases with the driver.
Ooh, that's a horse collar. You tried to kill him.
Now, how's that
That's a
not a
good
face mask on
We're gonna turn
Herbert?
the fly around her car.
But that's a great question. If the guy's face masking you, and you can't tackle him, are you allowed? Should you be
Hey,
allowed
I
to
got caught
horsepower?
some one of these right here. Fly through there, June. Go.
Look at that. Cruising.
You can't go as fast on the carpet.
Hey, you want to see someone cruise? Ask Junior to run. Ask Junior there to run because he could run.
This little joke all the way over, all the way around the house in this little motherfucking thing.
They better do something here.
Oh,
They knocked it down. DJ Jones.
What happened?
Herbert deflection on the pass.
Where's your boy Benito at? How's he been looking tonight?
Not as hot as he did last week. Got a bad penalty early. I mean, playing the run game better though.
Who the MVP this year?
The league?
Josh Allen.
Lamar Jackson.
Richard MVP. Who?
Lamar Jackson.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
What?
like
Where
your
do you
boy,
not see them stats?
I like Saquon Barkley.
Barkley would be.
You said Lamar Jackson?
I'm saying Josh.
What do you want to?
Allen
What do you
right
want
Hold
to
on,
go?
let me ask you something. Did you say Lamar Jackson?
I definitely said Lamar
Man,
Jackson.
you high as a motherfucker.
I'm
You
high.
were high as a.
I
I'm
am high. Everybody know I stay high. So shit, my shit don't
I'm high.
change. The fuck? This nigga, you got me high.
So
Lamar
last year,
Jackson ain't no motherfucking MVP.
last year he won the MVP with very little stats.
What?
This year he's dominating in the statistical category.
What is he dominating?
Oh, he got 34
They
touchdowns,
not
3
even winning the
picks.
division. The
He
fuck
got
is you talking
34
about?
touchdowns, 3 picks. Like, what do you want?
Man,
What do
he
you
ain't the only
want,
one. It's a lot of
cuz? What do
three
you
quarterbacks they
want,
got.
bro? Here we
Them
go.
numbers
Here we
right
go.
there without
We
10 picks.
start moving the goalposts. Last year, bro had 23 touchdowns
Man,
and
how
10
many
picks
losses they got, man?
and win
How
the
many losses
MVP.
they
That's
got?
a perfect.
Yeah, now we want to say wins and
How
losses.
many losses they got? Oh, you can't hear that. Nigga don't speak English no more. How many losses they got?
So Travis Hunter deserved the
How many
Heisman.
losses they got, bro?
They got 5. They got 5, bro.
All right, the fuck we talking about? The
So,
MVP don't get to have 5 losses, bro.
but the Heisman get to have 3 losses and don't play in the playoff.
If he play both motherfucking sides,
Oh,
yeah.
now because of that. See how we moved the
Yeah.
goalposts?
No, that ain't the
If
goalpost. The goalpost is
you
gonna be moved. If you fucking
if you
play
the dopest, you the
linebacker and
dopest,
running
bro.
back and
If you the
played
dopest, you the
180
dopest.
plays a game, you would be the Heisman winner.
If you the
Cheers
dopest,
to
you the
that.
dopest, bro. If you got 33, if you got 34, bro, 34 and 3, that ain't your fault. His numbers is better than his MVP numbers last year.
All right,
Way
so Pat,
better.
wait.
That have nothing to do with what we was just talking about.
So Pat,
Yeah.
wait,
We're
hold
talking
on.
about
So
Lamar
Pat,
Jackson won MVP last year. What's his last year numbers? Does his this year numbers shatter his last year numbers?
Oh,
Man,
Absolutely.
this is what I'm telling you, man.
big first down.
Offense and defense, 180 plays, my boy.
All right, so
I love how we move the goalposts for people.
wait, hold up. Hold up. So Pat, with your skill set, could you have been a Hunter back in the day if you had come with Coach Prime and had you play 140 plays?
Play more than that.
I mean, you're a Pro Bowl kick returner.
So who your MVP? Josh Allen? That's your MVP?
I can play more than that. And I actually played. I had 12 games in each game plan from my sophomore year to my junior year. Y'all need to Google my film, bro.
So
I
who
was
your MVP?
1-1, bro.
Who your MVP? Josh Allen?
This year?
Yeah, that's your MVP.
Hell no, Justin ain't my MVP.
So who your MVP? Saquon
Remember
Barkley?
niggas just had 5 games ago where he throw 6 picks.
Oh, Jared Goff?
The fuck are we talking about? Josh Allen, MVP. Saquon Barkley by far is the NFL MVP, bro. What are we talking about? We got niggas on his own team hating on him, coming about he running too good. Hey, Craig. CJ,
Yeah.
could you imagine a wide receiver saying, damn, man, you running
Hey,
so
no me.
good, man.
Hey,
I
no
don't
me.
even want to give you the ball.
That's Jakey.
And we winning. What you told that nigga, bro? What you
I
told?
know this. They didn't give MVP to C-Mac, and C-Mac numbers was just as strong. So, what a play. Touchdown, Chargers.
Oh my God,
Got
this
him.
game,
What a play right
Uh
there.
oh, this
What
game
a
might be in
play.
trouble.
What
the
a
worm is
play.
turning.
Did you see that play by Justin Herbert?
That was pretty
That's
impressive.
a ball right there, boy. It ain't too many dudes who can throw that ball.
So y'all Herbert fans?
I've always been a Herbert fan. You don't like
Why?
Herbert?
All right.
You don't like Herbert?
Yeah, right. He ain't the boy from Colorado. I mean, say Washington.
Cincinnati? Nah, he not Burrow.
Hell no,
He
bro.
not
Don't
Burrow.
compare. Listen, bro.
He not Burrow.
You cannot compare nobody to Burrow.
I agree with you on that. He not Burrow.
Let's not compare none of these quarterbacks to Burrow.
So does Burrow need to get out of Cincinnati?
Never gonna happen. Not on my dead grave.
We're Mike Brown's.
Not gonna happen on our dead grave. I'm a part of that.
Mike
I'm
Brown
a
ain't
part
selling
of
it
my.
today.
I'm a part of Mike Brown grave.
Oh,
what
wow.
a catch!
What a
catch!
Look
Mike,
at
see this catch?
Look at the Chargers playing good football.
Wow.
Wow, what a catch!
Wow.
The
Look
ball
at the
gets tipped.
Chargers. Ball got tipped twice by the offense and defense. Look at the Chargers. Hardball.
Let's go. Get in.
What a play
Wow.
right there. Here you go. Come on, VJ. Get right, VJ.
What a catch! All right, now that we're going to a commercial break, this is for Lance, Pack. Devondre Campbell says he's not going in the game. What do you guys do as teammates?
I concede my minutes to Pac-Man Jones.
Right.
It couldn't happen on my team.
I didn't. What would you have done? Is my question.
Pissed in his locker
Shit.
and went up to the front office and told him, "We don't want this slum back."
P, you was right though. They suspended him, so they ain't gotta pay him, and they getting his money back. That's what he get for playing with his money.
Totally.
Now you don't get the rest of his money, and he got to pay it back. That's weak.
But
well, this game is a privilege to play. Hey, stop riding that for 1 second.
What was
This
his problem?
game
He didn't want to
this
go
game
in?
is like a privilege to play, bro.
Yeah, he was tripping.
Just because he's the last one on the totem pole, you in your feelings. Come on, man. You dressed out to get your money. You dressed out to get play. I mean, to play.
So is his career over with?
Hell yeah, who want him? I wouldn't want him in my locker room.
Right.
I wouldn't want him
this
as a
is so
teammate.
soft right now.
He couldn't walk in our locker room and survive with us.
It's cookie cutter ass league. Niggas talking about they quitting because they 30 years old. Shit, I felt good at 30.
yeah, he's radioactive right now. He's untouchable.
Yeah, ain't nobody bringing that in at all. Any
What I'd like
GM
to
bringing
see-
that in, they tripping.
What I'd like to see is Pat get him on his show and freaking grill his ass.
Who?
Pack ain't putting him on this show.
Campbell.
Pack ain't putting him on this show.
It's only real niggas coming on my show. Sorry. This is for the real ones, not the fakes.
Yeah.
CJ, I'm waiting for my invite on his show too.
Oh, I can holler at Pack whenever, man. Pack good, baby. I ain't
Hey
worried.
man, everybody on this show have an invite to my show.
That's Pack, my big brother, man. I learned a lot from Pack.
If y'all could tell me any date that y'all are available,
a double tip.
Monday or Thursday. I can't wait to have you.
All right, so this little girl is asleep. Hey, Rob, put me away right quick while I go try to lay her down in this bed. I'll be back.
Okay.
All right, so hey, Pack. So you're here in the game. You were up 24, whatever. You were killing it. On the team, you feel the momentum going sideways. What do you do as a leader? Can you change? Can you reverse course?
What do you mean? Say that one more time.
If you're on the Broncos right now and you just have felt the wind just come out of your sail and the momentum's going the other way, what do you do as a team leader?
I don't know. You get the boys together. You look at the film first and see who's doing what.
No, right now during the game.
We never think about it. We just think about playing the game hard and winning the game.
But
Like,
you
yeah,
got
I can say, hey, y'all, let's go. And I can get them in a group and we can talk about different things. Hey, look, let's not let this motherfucker slip away. Hey, stay in the fucking A and B gap. They're killing us the last 2 quarters. Or they're killing us with deep balls. So, like, Lord, Father God, go, hurry up, bless it. Come on the phone. Lord, Father God, I am one. I'm not the only one. I can do some, but I can't do everything. And today, with your help, I did what I was supposed to. Amen. 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 All right, stop doing that. Ball.
Move your feet out of the way for a second.
Yeah, I never think about stuff like that. It's hard to think about it like that when you're in the moment. But you do tell people to stay in your gap, stay on sides or whatever, causing us not to be what we was in the other quarters.
Well, I'll tell
Yeah,
you, this is a big drive. We're in the 4th quarter, 2nd and 5. They need about a 7-8 minute drive. Get this momentum back right now for sure.
Absolutely.
yeah. But I agree with that, Pack, because once dudes start pressing, they try to do too much.
Yeah.
And now because Lance,
Third
just
and
what you
5.
said. Look at it right now. I mean, they're going backwards. They're struggling. They're going backwards. Harbaugh's calling for intentional grounding. The bald guy behind him sitting there and reading his newspaper. He's in L.A. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, we got all 3 games on. We got the
Down 3 now.
Yeah, no, I got the Nuggets on the split screen here going.
What's that?
I heard somebody tell me that Bo Nix deserve the rookie of the year. I said, man, y'all not y'all last right
Conditioning
now.
them, and the guys are going to do stuff at one too.
Who do
Do
you have
y'all
as
think
rookie?
Bo Nix should deserve the rookie of the year?
I think he should be in the conversation for it, but Jaden Daniels is just. I think he had such a great start of the year and he's finishing strong. I think it's Jaden Daniels to lose, and Bo Nix has to outperform that, and I don't think he can. I don't think he can do it, but I think he'd be honored to be in the conversation of rookie of the year, but not win it.
But this is a big play right here, though. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Little Casey was laughing about dump off Charlie, but that was
right. He's gonna make fun of him for that.
a huge play.
Lance, who would you have as rookie of the year right now?
I like Daniels. I think he could do more than Bo Nix. A little more electric than him right now.
And like they've been kind of banged up. After they won all them games, they got banged up.
But Nix turned out to be a better pro than I thought he was going to be. Personally,
they ain't beat no team over 500. You're talking about the Commanders. Jaden Daniels definitely deserved rookie of the year, but he ain't beat no team over 500.
Yeah,
That's
but Lance, this past
they
year,
beat the Texans.
Lance, this pass here by Bo Nix, though, shows he doesn't really have the arm strength. That receiver's passed this guy by 10 yards, and he underthrew him.
He put a lot of air under that ball.
yeah.
Man, Bo Nix is a prime example of fucking Andy Dalton. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
He's more athletic than Andy Dalton, isn't he?
No, fuck he ain't. Same player.
That's a really interesting comparison.
Same fucking player. Can throw the intermediate throws, comebacks. Some of them might be late. Deep balls. If he get a good jump on him, he can throw them. Can't throw the catchable balls. His balls are not 50 balls unless he got AJ over there.
Adam, who's the best quarterback you played against?
Again?
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger. What, I could be a fan. I could be a fan.
Fuck Ben Roethlisberger. No, he was not the best. I would say Aaron Rodgers as far as zip on the ball.
Greatest thrower, boy. The boy can throw it.
I ain't never seen that like his shit.
That boy can throw it now.
and
Yeah, I wish
release.
I had Al Wasker back in his days. I wish you'd have told me about that in 2005. I would have been asking Al Wasker, well,
All right, so all right, Pack. Here it is. They're punting from the 50. You're a Pro Bowl punt returner. Are you letting it go in the end zone? What are you doing if it's inside the 10, right like that?
get a good punt. I'm taking it off. If they don't kick it over the 8-yard line, it's my job to make it do what it do, baby.
Good punt right there.
So let me ask you this, Adam. Is there someone talking to you on
My
the
boy
sideline
Beak.
telling you where the ball is or to fair catch
No,
it?
hell no.
That's all on you at that point, right?
Yeah, put the heels on the 8-yard line, then you make it do what it do. I wouldn't never listen to a coach to tell me catch the ball or not. Like, shut the fuck up.
Hey, go
Or tell you
ahead.
to fair catch it.
Would never.
Check this
I
out.
don't fair catch, no.
Y'all clean this
Maybe
up.
had 7 of them in my whole career. Out of playing 14 years.
Fold the blankets. Put the toys up.
Well,
Packman,
I
are you a
tell you,
basketball fan much?
Yeah,
You been following the Nuggets at all this year?
no.
No. Okay. Jokic just is out of the game here for the Nuggets, and they were up 5, and now they're down 3, about ready to go down another 2. So the plus minus when he's off the court is ridiculous.
Y'all got with her.
Best player in basketball, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
but he need a
best
team
player in
around him. Y'all
basketball.
got rid of my boy. What's the boy y'all got rid of when I won the championship?
Bones Highland.
No, not him. The other one.
Cora Pope.
Oh,
KCP.
KCP.
yeah.
Popey.
Got rid of Pope. Identity of the team.
Yeah,
Put that down. Put that down.
I'm happy with the Russell
And,
Westbrook pickup though.
and y'all paying Jamal Max contract, and he's playing like dog shit.
He's played
He's
well the
definitely-
last couple of weeks. He's
He's
played well the last
definitely
couple
not
games.
playing max
Yeah.
potential, boy.
They had about a week off, and they were saying he was plantar fasciitis. I can never pronounce it right. Plantar.
Fasciitis.
Yeah.
Plashafania.
The
He got the
ISIS.
case of 40 million. It
The
ain't
Green
playing. That's what he got the case of.
What's the case of?
He got the case of that cash and don't want to play basketball no more. That's the case he got. And I know
They
plantar
basketball boy, funny boy. Hey, bro, these football boys getting funny too now.
weirder,
Like some of them,
getting weirder and weirder.
I don't even want to try to knock them down.
It's getting weirder and weirder, man.
All right. Right now, so Chargers, if they go on a drive here, this thing could be good night, Irene.
Yeah. We were feeling confident in the first half. The second half is not so much.
Oh, you know one
27.
thing you got to stop down here? You better stop this run. Because you know Greg Roman coming with it. Greg Roman going to run this rock.
Well, they got 42 in the game. The big fullback. 44. Pack, is there a difference?
He just playing man to man.
Is there a difference in punt returning in the dome as opposed to an outdoor venue? We lost him.
Yeah, he was robotically on the way out. Hey, the fact that people don't see Lamar Jackson numbers better than last year, that shit's insane to me. Like, we want to count wins and losses, but then we don't count wins and losses when it comes to the Heisman. The first thing we want to say is he played both ways. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I'm not saying he didn't win it. All I'm saying is, if you're an impact, you're an impact. That's all I'm trying to say.
So who do you think should have won the Heisman?
Oh, for sure, Genty.
Says the running back.
Right.
I mean, bro, did you not to say it like that, bro?
Lance,
it don't matter who he play, and I really hope, even though I think they're gonna lose, I hope he go out there and rush for like 190 on whoever he lose to, so he can just show everybody this is what the shit you was getting all year. You was getting the business all year, like. Bro gave the business all year. Like, he almost single-handedly beat Oregon if it wasn't for 2 special team plays. Like, seriously.
Lance, who do you like better, wide receiver Travis Hunter or the cornerback Travis Hunter?
Oh, that's a good question.
Really?
I think I like receiver better, personally.
I'm on the other side. I like the corner better. He's
Why?
way better corner than his receiver, technique wise, right? How he plays it as a receiver, he's an athlete. You see that he's not a extraordinary route runner. I just look at the next level potential. His ceiling to be way higher at corner than it is receiver to me. He's an athlete though when he get the ball though.
Right, but I'm talking from a college standpoint. He's just a better athlete on the college game.
Oh yeah, he catch the ball. Yeah, he catch the ball against these, some of these guys who play in the NFL, some of these guys who not playing in the NFL.
Right.
You see the difference. But when he get in this league, the league we all played in and had some success in, he gonna, you ain't gonna you can't just get open versus Patrick Surtain every day because you're more athletic.
Lance, if you're curious what league I played in, I played in the Madden League. Okay, I was in the Madden. Okay, just so I played.
So if I was to draft him in the NFL, I would sit there and say I'm going to play him at corner because he could do things for me at receiver that he doesn't have to practice, doesn't have to be in meetings. I'll just run him 9 routes and
I agree with
screens.
That. Yeah, I agree with that. That's one thing. What's crazy is we talk about obviously Pac-Man, great returner. Charles Woodson, great returner. Shit, I returned punts in college and high school. Bro ain't returned no punts or nothing. That's crazy to me.
Right.
As athletic and dope he is, bro ain't got no punt returns, no kick returns on his resume. That's sick. As athletic and dope as you, that's what we used to say about LaShawn McCoy. LaShawn McCoy was so raw, but even Reggie Bush returned punts and kickoffs, bro. You gotta have something else in your arsenal.
He's got to take a break somewhere, CJ.
Nah, bro, you the man. You get the ball when you the man.
Be the man, huh? All the time.
Right. That's all I'm saying, man. To not have that in your arsenal is crazy.
All right, big play here. 3rd and 9.
It's gonna stop here, fellas.
They're bringing the
VJ's
dialed
got
up.
him.
He got him.
Get him.
He dialed it up.
Yep.
That's a good play. VJ bringing it.
So Lance, being from the West Coast, spending some time there in Oklahoma, what's your pro team? When you're rooting for a team, what's who do you like to see win?
Who I like to see win?
Yeah. In general in the NFL. Do you have a team?
In the NFL? Grew up a Niners fan. Then, once you play there, you can't root for them anymore. You know what I mean? No. So I like watching good defenses. Right now, I like the Eagles D-line. I think they got something going on over there.
Stout, boy. They stout.
I love linebacker play. Personally, I love Fred from the Niners. That dude
he's a monster.
Yeah, yes. My favorite two, obviously, was Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman for the Niners.
Yep.
They had 4 all-pro linebackers the year Harbaugh was there, though.
Oof.
That was, I don't think anybody can replicate that anymore, though. All the dudes on the field.
Shout out to Scott McCullen, man. You ain't here, but them your dudes, Scotty, that he naming right now. Them your dudes you drafted.
Oh yeah, no.
Or traded for. Nah, he drafted Ahmad Brooks too.
He drafted Brooks, drafted Bowman, drafted
P. Willie, and drafted
Patrick
Alden.
Wells, yep.
And drafted Alden. Yeah, he drafted all of them.
I'll tell you now. So this is a huge drive for the Broncos. It's funny how this game seems like it's going so much faster than other games. I mean, we're halfway through the 4th quarter now, and it's coming down to money time.
Yeah, just a little bit outside of 6 minutes left. Broncos have got good field position, 20 yards or so there in field goal range to tie it up. I'll be curious to see how Sean Payton calls the game. I think his last 2 series has been a little bit more pass heavy than it's been. And I don't know why that is, but we'll see how he calls it here coming off the team.
You think he's going to look at his cheat notes on the top of the call sheet?
I don't know if he's in the run it mode now. I think he did that to start the game and establish.
Is that a Sharpie or dry eraser? He's going to start rubbing his elbow on it so it comes off the play sheet there.
Here are the stats: 308 yards total offense Broncos, 307 total yards Chargers. How about that? I mean, 19 first downs Broncos, 20 Chargers. This game went from being just a statistical rout to
very even out right now.
Yeah. Yep. The only big difference is Broncos. What really hurt the Broncos, I think, are the 6 penalties. The horse collar. They had some very unfortunate penalties that really helped the Chargers out.
I want to know what
Especially on
happened
the
to
touchdown drive.
Chargers pass rush. They supposed to have 2 high-profile DNs.
Bro, so Joey Bosa is just not it.
Yeah, it may be it for him, huh?
He just not it. He ain't his brother.
No.
I mean, he had a lot of injury. He had a lot of injuries in the last. Obviously, Khalil Mack a little older. Khalil Mack around my draft class, I think a year after me. But so Khalil should be 32 or 31. But Joey Bosa used to have a crazy motor, and he just don't have it. I just don't see the twitch and what he used to have. Now he has some surgeries. I ain't gonna get it twisted. Now he has some surgeries, but he ain't Nick though. Nick just a monster. No, Bo, you can't do that, Bo. You can't do that.
You guys called
Bo.
it.
You can't do that, Bo. You gotta let it go, Bo. Gotta throw it away. That's the rookie move right there. He pump faked and he held it. Throw it in the dirt, man. Throw it at the receiver's feet. Right now. Tight end feet. Throw it at the tight end feet right now.
He wasn't blocked. He was kind of unblocked though.
Well, it was a delay.
Yeah.
But you gotta let the ball. Gotta find a way to let the ball go. That's tough. Now you're behind the 6, second and 16, second and 20. It's a 10-yard sack. Not only you behind the sticks, now you're behind where you was in field goal range
about
too.
to burn a timeout if they don't get the playoffs. Go snap it.
Good run, but no burst by the running back. He looks so slow right there. I say that lightly.
Looks like it still says "run it" on the top there. He didn't try to erase that.
Yeah, but he's not reading that.
He ain't running it now.
Page.
It's like taking the test. You're like, did I put that in my notes in there somewhere? I missed that.
Interesting to see what the call here on defense is.
Hey, how close you got to get it, CJ, to go for it on 4th down? Like 4th and 4, 4th and 5? What do you got to get?
4th and 5, 4th and 4 for me would be good. Maybe 4th and 6. Catch and carry. Oh.
It's going to be right there, 4th and 5, 4th and 6.
Hell no, that's 4th and 7, 4th and 8. What are you watching?
At a minimum, they're going to try to get him to jump.
That'll help.
Yeah, and take the delay. Yeah, you don't call a timeout. But if you're the tight end, just turn and go. What are we doing? Why are we going sideways?
Yeah, run at Derwin. Like, make Derwin tackle you a different way. Don't give him an easy tackle. Run at him. What a play.
4th and 5. I wasn't that far off.
You wasn't that far off. It looked a little further for me.
I mean, it's a long 5. I'll give you that. I'm not going to say it was a short 5.
That's a good punt. Hold him on the pin back. 4-minute offense is coming. Got to run the ball. Got to hold the run.
I still would have at least tried to draw him offside. That's all I'm saying.
And what? Take a delay?
Take the delay. Yeah. For
sure.
You're
going to punt it anyways.
For sure.
Lance, you follow basketball much?
I used to. I used to be big into basketball. I haven't been keeping up with it lately. But I know a little bit about hoop. Good night.
The Nuggets are trying to keep up with Portland of all teams right now.
Wow.
56.
Right. What's going on with the Nuggets?
They
no
have
depth.
no depth.
No depth.
Yeah. Once the bench comes on, it's a negative. I'm a big fan of the plus minus, Lance. I don't know where you are. I coach basketball. I coach junior high basketball. I've coached high school. I think probably the most telling stat in basketball is the plus minus. Yeah. When you're on the court, is your team positive or negative against the other team?
Yep.
And when Jokic is off the court, it's like a net minus 15 for the team.
That ain't gonna work.
So it's like you have to play that much better when he's on the court, or just play him all the time.
Is that a quiz?
Kind of like what CJ was saying with Lamar being the MVP for the NFL. It's like Jokic's stats are even better than they've been in his MVP career.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, But the league doesn't want to give it to him again. And I don't blame him. There's voter fatigue.
And I wouldn't think the NFL wants to give Lamar Jackson a third straight MVP, third back-to-back MVPs.
Yeah,
even though, bro, 34 touchdowns and 3 picks. If Aaron Rodgers had that right now, they'd be screaming MVP. Aaron Rodgers.
Absolutely,
they'd be screaming it.
It's voter, especially if you'd won the Super Bowl last year or something like that.
It's screaming it.
Yeah, we all see that. That's true. You got married.
So voter fatigue is a real thing.
Yeah.
So
But in the case of the NBA, who else do you give it to?
I think
that's how good. I mean, Shea Gildress is there, but that's how good Jokic is.
Yeah.
Was that really pass interference?
No,
It's interesting. Going back in the Bronco game, they're showing the replay now, and really the play of the game is not
the fair catch interference.
Yeah.
Did he really touch him?
Yeah, not the fair catch field goal, but the interference to give him the 15 yards. It was not interference.
I thought his leg clipped him.
It was a little touch. It wasn't enough to call it, in my opinion.
Or was he blocked into it? I didn't really see that part.
Broncos good defensive first play. Yeah. So
when do you start
now
calling
we've got all
timeout,
three
CJ? I know there's 4 minutes left in the game. There's plenty of time. Do you sort of wait? Just if you can get to a long third down here, do you call timeout?
No, because
you got all
I think
three still.
Chargers will get one more possession, so it depends what you do. So I think you hold it. I think you hold them.
But CJ, my question to you is right here: 2nd and 10. Do you come out in a real run-heavy defense and forcing the pass ball, hoping for an incompletion, because that saves the timeout?
Yeah, I mean, right now, BJ just came out in his sub package. Obviously expecting throw, quick game right there,
and he did drop it.
He drops the ball. He has the case of the dropsies all year, and that helps the Broncos. All you gotta do is catch the ball, bro. We're just trying to catch the ball and keep the clock moving. My fault. Right there, yeah, we know it's your fault.
Right, but guys, right there,
that's terrible.
But CJ, right there, it's not like a big play or whatever, but really is, because A, it's now 3rd and 10, and B, they saved the timeout.
Yep.
Yes, but now the playbook opens up for
BJ.
San Diego. The plays open up. The playbook opened up for LA. Now the clock is stopped. Now I can really try to go get the first. I'm gonna do what I want to do. That's a flag, bro. Shaving. Don't let them run for it. Not Broncos. Not Broncos. Not the Broncos. Only the Broncos. and what Herbert should have did though, he should have failed instead of taking that hit and going out of bounds, stopping the clock. He should have failed, but now that's what you get into the playbook. Like you get it, you can actually make throws and get Herbert out of the pocket.
Who lost contained?
On the TE game, 0 lost it. Well, 0 went on the TE, but they didn't go back. But 0 got chipped, so I don't know if he lost his rush lane after he got chipped or. But VJ played man-to-man behind it, and when everybody in man-to-man, only one person that's not guarded, QB. Look at that old school ISO.
No.
Old school ISO.
That's our ball.
Oh no.
Old school blast.
Fumble.
On the ground.
I don't.
Down.
I think he was down, but
down.
I didn't think Jonathan Taylor fumbled it last week either. So
you didn't? He definitely dropped it early.
I didn't even think they're when they're like, "Hey, we're reviewing it." I'm like, formality, not really going to happen.
He really dropped that. No, he dropped it early. It was a good call. But this dude was
old
down.
School ISO.
Yeah, like old school blast.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
But that's Harbaugh though. He's smash mouth.
Yeah, he's down.
Yeah, he's down by the hell of contact. Now this hurts the Broncos.
Yeah. You got to keep him to a field goal for sure.
Yeah.
You still got a shot.
But I mean, one thing, Pete, I can say, what makes Harbaugh run game is old school power right here too. Cover the ball up. One thing I can say, now you gotta start using these timeouts. But one thing I can say about Harbaugh, especially later in the year when it comes to these runs, and it was a little different in Lance's day and age than it was in mine, because maybe Lance practices they were a little bit more physical. In this day and age, the way the CBA is, we can't get physical. We're not even wearing pads during later in the year. So when you see these runs and they gaping, you don't get to practice those runs. because you don't get to practice the physicality because the way the rules are for the NFL now. Like, we're not even putting on pads at this time of the year for practice. So we definitely not working on ISO in practice.
55.
That's the game is within inches, right? Them down, fit it right matters.
Right, and you can't physically fit it. Week 15, week 16, because the us as players, or I could say Lance day and age, they wanted to change the rules for us, so they got that rule changed for us. You don't get that. You don't get that.
Most school double two days was ugly.
Why would he throw it? Oh, good flip.
A shuffle pass.
Good block.
Oh,
go. Wow. Touchdown.
Yep.
Wow.
Touchdown. And that might be it, fellas.
Wow, that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's Josh Allen like that play.
Peter, who do you have as the MVP? You kind of,
Shut up, baby.
You kind of had your mic on mute there, I think, in that conversation earlier.
My MVP is Josh Allen right now.
I like that. I'm not mad at that pick.
Mm-hmm.
But
Lamar Jackson's having numbers that we never thought he would have had in his whole NFL career. To have 34 touchdowns and 3 picks is crazy. And not 34 total touchdowns, 34 passing touchdowns.
Right?
You'd have never thought of that from Lamar Jackson. That's all I'm trying to say.
But
I hear you on
almost have 40 touchdowns right now to be in that conversation.
Right. Just because they're 8-5.
Mm-hmm.
If they lead in the division, number 2 in the AFC, they definitely, Brett Favre, Peyton Manning it. Back-to-back MVP type stuff. Good play, good cut. Can't over pursue, attack the near hip. This is just fundamental football. That's just terrible. All right. Good
like
block
you said,
there.
you can't tackle late at practice.
Yeah, you don't do it late in the year. It just
PJ Wow.
it just doesn't happen.
Well, I guess the only saving grace to the Broncos is they still have their 2 timeouts left.
Broncos can still make the playoffs. They're gonna need some help.
This does not make it easier, correct?
Oh, absolutely not. They would have won. They clinched it today, but no clinch here.
Right now, Portland 66, Denver Nuggets 64, Avalanche 1, Sharks 0, Broncos. Dang.
Oh, the Avs up here? I could have went to the game, but now we watching this. I didn't know the Avs was down here in San Jose.
Yeah. And San Jose, you got the best young player in hockey.
I know. Nah. I thought the best young player in hockey was with the number 1 pick last year or 2 years ago.
Who?
They was calling him Sid the Kid.
Oh, Bedard.
Yeah, from
Chicago.
Chicago, right. Thought he was the best young player.
He is, but this guy, the Sharks has it pretty darn good now.
They said the guy from Chicago was like the next dude.
Broncos offense in the second half has been non-existent.
It has been putrid.
Yep.
I also think they had a lot of possessions in the second half too. I bet if we look it up, they've had anywhere between 4 to 6 possessions, which is less. Usually get like 8 possessions each half if the game is flowing the right way. But so look at the time possession now, Rob.
I'm gonna check here. We are at. Flipped. It's closer. It's not flipped, but it's 30-53 to 26-40. Slight advantage for the Broncos. Hey, quick going back to college football. I just saw this headline, Lance. I'm curious. I know Georgia's got the bye. They play the winner of the Indiana-Notre Dame game. But the headline reads that Georgia's preparing to play without Carson Beck.
Yeah,
if they don't have their starting quarterback, is that part of the bracket a little more wide open?
Possibly. Look at how that young kid finished that game against Texas. Shit, I mean, he definitely got his head took off.
So it's a lot
of pressure.
That is a forward pass. What are we doing, rookie?
And Georgia, I mean, Carson Beck has been so up and down, though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Georgia, the quarter Stockton coming in for Georgia was the best thing that happened for Georgia.
Yeah.
A little more athletic, can move around. But I'll tell you one thing about Kirby, man. Kirby going to have that D ready to go, no matter who they playing. Kirby going to have that D ready to go.
Deal with Georgia's D-line whatsoever.
Yeah, like whoever Kirby play, whether it's Indiana or Notre Dame, they better be ready for that D. That D ain't no joke.
All right, so they're calling both holding and illegal pass downfield.
Yeah, the four lateral was sick. I mean, it could have been behind, but it didn't look like that.
I love the idea.
Yeah, that's that rookie quarterback, that pressure.
And that's a $20 million tackle with a hold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was forward.
Yeah.
Notre Dame has been a little quiet this year. That's probably better for them.
I mean, Notre Dame lost, was it Northern Illinois in the MAC?
Yep. Yeah. So whoever they're going to
I'm from Toledo. We played in the MAC. Like that, we were a MAC school. So
yeah. Yeah.
I'm back.
The running back had a nice running back for Northern had a great game that game against Notre Dame.
Yeah, but you can't lose to them, can you?
Nope.
And let's be honest, all those kids playing in Northern Illinois are mostly from that area that probably would all have dreamt to go play at Notre Dame and get a shot to go play them. That was their Super Bowl. Or Notre Dame's like, we have Northern who?
Yeah.
No, they definitely looked past it, but Notre Dame rebounded. I think they're playing very, very well right now. Arizona State's playing at a high level right now. Like you guys said, though, Georgia's up and down.
Yeah, just because of quarterback play. But Kirby gonna have these boys ready for these playoffs. Their goal is still the goal. Like, if you take all these 12 teams, Texas, Ohio State, and Georgia are the only probably teams that said, "Hey, our goal this year is to win the national championship." These other teams was probably goal to get to, or in Oregon maybe. These other teams was probably like, let's get to the playoffs and see what happens. These other teams, them four teams, their goal is to win the Natty. Like they goal win nothing else.
Yeah, if Texas gets their offensive tackle back, do that on the outlet. They should
on the
be
outlet,
right.
they should be okay up front.
Yeah.
And I love
CJ and I were talking. How bad did Miami get screwed by not making the playoffs?
What? I didn't never say.
Yeah,
that.
CJ and I were in total agreement that Miami Hurricanes got completely screwed by not getting selected in the playoffs. What are your thoughts on that, Lance? I'm not biased at all.
Right. And I don't think they got screwed. You know, they should have took care of business.
That's celebrating rookie spoilers.
Yeah, bro, it's the ACC.
Yeah. Don't leave it in the you know what I mean, in nobody else's hands, the committee. Handle your business and you should be good. They should have been in the ACC championship if they were serious about their business.
You know, and we probably should have lost the Virginia Tech game and the Cal game earlier in the year.
And the Cal game. Absolutely. But that Virginia Tech game, that knocked them out.
All right, so the Broncos, is this game over or do they have a chance?
It's over with.
You got 154 left. They got to score. They
do have two timeouts.
But have they had?
Yeah, but you can't take the three though because you got two timeouts. Like usually you can take the three and play the timeout game, but not with two timeouts. You'll get the ball back with nothing.
Yeah,
so
it's over with.
So they need a quick score and then the onside kick game, and that's what's the percentages on that, CJ? Like 2.
Good luck winning the lotto. That's like I like to call it.
See,
and as long as Bo Nick's doing that,
shot.
Right? Bo Nick's got to throw it down the field. Check down Charlie today, baby.
That ain't gonna cut it, right?
Hey, still a successful season for the Broncos. 9 wins. I'd have never thought that. Remember, my ceiling was like 6 or 7. So they overachieved what I thought they can do.
Yeah, well, they should have had the Kansas City game, and this one here, they definitely got slip away.
Well, Kansas City game, they had it. They just got it blocked.
Well, I mean, depending how you define Atlanta's the closest thing to a playoff team the Broncos have beaten.
Yeah, but Atlanta is going to win that bum division. Maybe. They might not even win the
division.
They may not. Maybe.
I mean, they're the closest team to a playoff team we've beaten. Like, look at here. I'll pull up their schedule. That's what makes that's the scary part about. I mean, you got to beat the bad teams too, but like
that's what I just said about Jaden Daniels. Like, bro, like I think Pac-Man said they didn't play the Texans. Go look at their schedule. Like he ain't beat nobody over 500. He beat all the bum teams. I ain't got nothing against the Commanders. It's just I seen you play against real teams and you wasn't winning. You getting out there getting slapped.
Like we lost to the Seahawks playoff team. We lost to the Steelers playoff team. We beat the Bucks. Okay, they're the closest thing to a playoff team we've beaten. We beat the Jets, Raiders, lost to the Chargers earlier. We beat the Saints, Panthers, lost to the Ravens, lost to the Chiefs. We beat the Falcons, Raiders, Browns, Colts.
Hey, I ain't playing
All
nobody.
non-playoff teams, and now we're losing to the Chargers, potential playoff team.
All right. I mean, look at Bo Nix got a hand warmer inside the dome in LA. It's definitely not cold in LA. Yeah, right now. It's definitely not cold in LA, man.
I mean, it's the humidity cold, but CJ,
it might be raining. It could be raining. I don't know. It's a day in the dome, though. You good?
So the Broncos scored a touchdown there.
You say he got a hand warmer.
He got a bro. Look at the back of it. He got a hand warmer on.
Fourth and three. Big play.
Got a hand warmer on in the dome. Cover 2.
First down.
Good play call on cover 2. Good play call. Good read.
So Rob, what was the spread of this game? 3, right?
3. Yeah. So we need them to score a touchdown and go for 2 for me, please.
What was the over?
They already hit the over.
Oh, okay. Over had to be 37 and a half.
It was like 41.
41, yeah. It had to be low for you to take it. Get out of bounds. Ready to get out of bounds.
Let me check here. Hold on 1 second.
I was going to say the over had to be in the low 40s if you took the over.
But do you go for 2? Down by 4? Kick a field goal?
See, well, this is what I said. So Sean's doing that now.
41 and a half, yeah. 41.
He's taking a field goal right now, which will put him down a touchdown. The problem about taking this field goal, though, is you only got 2 timeouts to stop the clock on the other side of the football. So you're only going to get the ball back with very little stuff. Like 3 timeouts, this is a great situational move for Sean. But 2 timeouts, this is tough. Now you got to execute the field goal, too. Unless they do an onside kick.
They're going onside kick. There's 100% onside kick.
You have to. You only got 2 timeouts. You have to. So now you putting your faith in the onside kick, which is the rules have changed so much. You might as well take the onside kick out the game.
What do you think of them change instead of doing a kickoff, going to where it's like 4th and 15, and make it a play of 4th and 15 instead of a kickoff?
I'm fine with anything.
They should have 2 dudes wrestle for the football at the 50.
Do they have
like a puck off in hockey?
Do they have like a bingo ball for the position?
And whoever come up with it, that's your onside kick.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you see that? Recovering teams are 3 or for 45 for onside kicks. Like, you ain't giving the other team no chance to get the ball back with the new rules. Like, you can't hit them no more, so you can't do the high pop-up bounce because they can call fair catch. Like, so why not just put the ball in the middle of the 50, hold the 2 dudes, say go, they both die for it. Whoever gets it, gets it.
Kickers only? Kickers go? Is it a kickers fight for the ball?
I don't know. It'd be funny to watch, though.
Like, we need to pick the position group for that.
You'll have more eyes watching it than not.
CJ, were you on the hands team?
I was, man. Miami. Remember my snag in Miami, big dog? Come on, man. You trying to play me. I rushed for 168 and recovered the game with an onside kick. That's a good day. Good day in the office, Pete.
All right, here we go.
He telling the dude, move. I'm the kicker. Move. Timeout. You can't do that. If you kick it like that, you ain't gonna never get it. So you can't kick it like that. You can't kick it like that. I like the teams that put the ball down sideways like a watermelon and then kick it and then it just spins like this for 10 yards. That's how I've seen teams recover it. This is hard.
There's got to
If
be.
there's anything you could change a rule in the NFL, what would you change, Peter?
I would change at the end of the game, if in the last 2 minutes, if you don't make positive yardage, the clock stops.
What about QB Neal? That's sick. You want us to be out there like Mario Cristobal, running the ball, fumbling, and giving up the game? Like,
Yeah, I want to play a 60-minute game.
Do that, man.
I want to play a
Taking the knee.
60-minute game. You know, I don't like it when you just take three knees.
What about you, Lance? What rule would change? Which rule will you change? Oh, come on. Oh, no, we got it. Hang on.
No, I like that idea of the 3 knees. I think you should play it out. Like, keep going.
Game
so
time.
do the
That's like when a
Chargers
boxer
pass
is
the ball at
running.
all?
No.
They bet not.
Now it's
so
Harbaugh as their coach. He doesn't even have that on their.
So we're putting our big team in. We're stopping this run.
Oh, we almost lost it.
I mean, Lance played in the league, man. Like, at the end of the day, we all seen our kickers not do anything at practice. So how about y'all practice all the different onside kicks you can probably do with the new rules? Show us something. Don't just be sitting on the side watching us practice.
Between the kickers and long snappers, they got the best life.
Did Benita just get a sack there?
I got to bounce. I'll be back.
No, they don't call it if they're not passing. You don't get a sack.
Right. Don't get that. Yeah.
That'll be he'll get a TFL. He'll get a TFL, but not a sack.
So what
he's
the
going to try
Broncos
to
do for the draft this year?
They're going
What
to
do
need
they
a
need?
tight end, right tackle, another cornerback, another pass rusher.
Yeah.
Broncos aren't going to get the ball back. CJ was 100% right. Sean didn't do the math.
He did the math before the kick time.
Yep. See, 48.
They have a second.
They might have a second. No, because he's going to do the same thing. He's going to run around for 3 seconds.
Or what
CJ
he'll do is
was-
drop back and throw the ball 50 yards out of bounds.
It is a shame when CJ's better at math than you are. I'm just saying.
Simple math. Right.
It is simple. It's got to add up. Well, Lance, hey, look, we appreciate you being on. This game's
Absolutely,
over.
Lance.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me.
Lance, hit me up tomorrow afternoon, all right?
Absolutely. All right.
Lance, great to meet you. Great to talk to you.
Absolutely.
This game's
Pleasure.
over, Rob. I'm signing off. I got recruiting to do.
All right.
Hey, go get him.
All right, guys. Later.
Bye.
Hey, we're wrapping up the Broncos and Chargers Thursday night football game here. About 30 seconds left in the game. 4th down for the Chargers. There's not going to be much time left for the Broncos to do anything. They're 4th and 27 here for the Chargers. They've just been killing the clock, moving backwards. So it's a tough game for the Broncos. They got 24 in the first half, only got 3 in the second half. All those in the third quarter as well. The Chargers defense figured out Bo Nix and Sean Payton in the second half and took over the game. That's what good teams do. It's a playoff team. That's what happens. Penalty here on the Chargers is they're just trying to run out the clock. Just a few seconds left in the game. CJ, everybody out of bounds because they're like, we lost.
Yeah, I gotta bounce too. I gotta transfer my daughter to her mother. So
hey,
see y'all tomorrow.
Hey, one final? Yeah, I was gonna see. Are we good for tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, I'll be there.
It'll be 11 your time.
Yeah, I'll be there.
And then how'd your finals go?
Went great.
Awesome, dude. I'm happy for you. Last play of the game. Herbert launches it in the air.
Throw it up. It doesn't matter.
Just don't be a pick because I got you on my fantasy team. That's all I wanted. Don't be a pick. All right. Final score 34-27. Last second thoughts?
Hey, man. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk about it. Hey, Red
absolutely.
Red Cross. Don't do that. Red Cross, you know what I'm saying?
Red Cross.
Relief.
Redcross.org/gift. Give. Help out. It's that time of year. Help those who need that are more than don't have what we need. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon, noon with the fellas.